Greetings everyone, and welcome to another Colegion Gaming Battle Report. I am Justin as always, and today we have Matt with us, and we are playing actually in Matt's basement, the dungeon. Getting games in where we can. We want to get some stuff on camera for you. Today we are going to be going to North Africa. In World War II with a little 1250 bolt action. So we'll do like we normally do. We'll show you our armies, we'll show you the table, go over terrain, go over the mission, and we'll get dice rolling. A couple notes before we get started. This is a 1250 game, so it is going to be a bit of a longer game just because it's 1250. So hopefully you can sit back and relax and enjoy.
We'll edit out all the stuff that makes it too slow.
Like us looking at the rule book, because the next point is going to be that, I don't know about you, this is probably only my 5th version 3 game?
Probably my 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
So yeah, we're still working out the kinks with version 3.
Yep.
We played a lot of version 2. We were pretty well set with the rules with that. But yeah, version 3 is still fairly new to us, so...
Which,
yeah.
For any long-time gamers out there, I think it's easier when you're coming into a version than when you have an old version stuck in your head and you're trying to remember what the new rules are. So we'll edit out all the us looking at rule books. As always, comment in the or put in the comments anything you notice that we do wrong. Be gentle, as always. But I'm sure there are stuff we are going to get wrong. We are basement gamers and just enjoy the game. Yeah, in a basement for once.
49-degree basement in the coldest day of December 2024.
Yeah, it's finally winter here in Pennsylvania. It's what, 12 degrees, I think, right now?
Maybe that's why we chose North Africa as the setting. We're just thinking of warmer climates right now.
Think warm. So yeah, we'll get to showing you the armies here. For once, it looks like I actually outnumber my opponent, which never happens. And we'll get rolling. Stand by. Alright, so first we're going to take a look at what I'm bringing. I have 1,247 of actual Italians, some Bracilieri. They got a little love in version 3, not enough, but enough to make them playable. So let's go through the list and see what I'm looking at. So first, we have back here the actual infantry platoon leader and assistant. They both have rifles for the sense of he just has a cigar, which is dangerous enough, but it's not modeled as, but rifles. We have 4 infantry squads. The first one is going to be NCO with SMG. We have 2 LMGs in here with loaders. They have ammo cans on their bases so we can see who they are. And then the rest riflemen. There's 11 in that squad, and then we have 3 squads all set up the same. 10 total. NCO just has rifle, all riflemen throughout it. They are all veteran. Then we have a veteran sniper team. We have a veteran medic, a veteran light mortar, and a veteran anti-tank rifle. Then coming up front here, we have the artillery platoon, which we have the platoon leader with SMG. We have a medium howitzer with spotter, and then 2 47-32 anti-tank rifles, light anti-tanks. And then jumping over here, we have the heavy weapons platoon. Platoon commander, again, veteran with SMG. We have 2 medium machine guns. This one here on the lighter base is going to be regular. I did not say that, but everything else in the army is actually veteran. Except for the platoon leaders. The platoon leaders are all regular. So that we'll have to remember, those are all regular, and then this guy is going to be regular as well. Everything else is veteran. And then a medium mortar with spotter. So at 1,247 points, I actually have 17 order dice, which is kind of crazy, considering I'm used to playing version 2 Finns. At 1250, I'd be lucky to have 9 or 10 order dice, but it's a lot of small units, so I have to be careful of that. But I built this kind of coming from the world of Flames of War. I always liked the Bracilieri Weapons Company. That was kind of the North Africa set, having a lot of support weapons built into throughout the platoon and company. So it's not set up exactly as a weapons platoon, but it's set up as a weapons company. So I do not have any armor, which will be interesting. I have some things to deal with a little bit, but just hoping to put a lot of pins on things hopefully would help. And we'll see how it goes. Let's see if they can dig in and go from there. So that is it. 1,247 points of Italian Bracilieri.
All right, so we've got 1,250 points even of British. There's not really an overriding theme here, as we're still pretty new to version 3. I'm still trying some different things out to see what I like and what's going to work for me, and just what I enjoy playing. Sometimes I take things that I don't normally take just to have fun and mix it up a little bit. So everything in this list is veteran, which is why there are only 10 order dice. So we've got the commander here. He's just a second lieutenant with 2 guys with SMGs. We have over here on the right a veteran sniper team, a veteran Piat team. We have an artillery forward observer with 1 extra guy.
Mm-hmm.
Over here we have a unit of 7 commandos. One of them has a Vickers K. There are 5 SMGs in there, and 1 guy with a rifle who's the loader. Maybe it's 4 SMGs. 4 SMGs, commander, yeah, 4 SMGs, the NCO, the Vickers K, and 1 rifle.
And 1 rifle, which is the loader. Yep.
Yep, and then we've got 2 veteran infantry teams back here. The NCO has an SMG. There's 1 extra SMG, and there's an LMG in each one.
Nice.
We have a Wasp flamethrower carrier, which I've never used before.
Ooh, flamethrower. Okay.
We have a Churchill Avery.
Yep.
And then we have an Armadillo on the right. And basically, I haven't used the Churchill Avery in this version yet, and I haven't used it much at all, but it just seems like a fun thing to use. I've never used the Wasp. I just painted it. And the Armadillo I've only used once, and I want to give it another go and see how it goes. It did pretty well last time. It was fun, and
I think against my force it should do pretty well with that thing being bristling with, that's what, an autocannon on the back?
It's a heavy autocannon on the back.
Okay.
So they're a little tricky to use because it's rear mounted, but it's kind of fun to just play with it and try to figure out how to get it into position. So there's not really an overriding theme to this list. Normally I use a theme of it being the 1st Polish Armored Division fighting with the British. This one I'm just playing it as sort of a mixed unit. Obviously it doesn't exactly fit with the desert theme. It's not an 8th Army unit, but it'll work.
Still British against Italians. That's as close as we get to a themed game once in a while.
Probably true.
That Avery's going to be a problem for me. Does that Wasp have any other weapons on it besides the flamethrower?
It does not. It's not a Wasp 2C. It's just a regular 1st generation Wasp.
Okay.
So
hopefully you brought enough fuel.
We'll find out. I could have probably taken it as a Wasp 2C, but it's not the correct model for that because the flamethrower unit that's in here, the fuel unit, would have been mounted on the back in sort of a kind of like a big barrel.
Got it.
And it would have had another light machine gun mounted on the front.
Nice, okay.
So this is the official Warlord model for that, and it's not.
It's the first time I've actually seen that in person. That's a pretty cool model, though.
Yeah, it's a neat model, and I guess we'll see how it does in the game.
All right, so we will we're going to roll off for the mission here. We have not done that yet, and then we'll go over the table with you guys, the mission with you, and go from there. But there we go. We got the British versus Italian matchup, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, so dice have been rolled. We know the rules of the mission that we are playing.
Demolition.
Demolition. So we are playing Demolition with long table edges using meeting engagements. So it should be interesting. So first let's show you the table here. So desert North Africa, a little bit of a scattered village kind of coming through here. Go over terrain real quick. Start with obviously the simple things. All the buildings are going to be hardcover. You can be in them, they're 1 story, or on the roof. We're playing if you're on the roof, you do have hardcover because these all do kind of have low walls throughout. Even these buildings over here have low walls. All walls, sandbags, I shouldn't say all, these type of walls here and these sandbags throughout are all going to be linear hardcover, we decided. Yes. There are a couple taller walls here, and part of this building here that are all line of sight blocking because they are high walls. Area terrain, so we have a couple pieces that are actually going to be area terrain. And over here, standard rules, soft cover if you're in them, area terrain, so difficult terrain for going through. We have a couple pieces that are going to be dense terrain here and over there.
And, well, this one maybe not. I guess you could.
Do you want to play that as? I mean, you could put small teams in there.
Yeah, I guess we could put a small team in there. It's just hard because you can't move them.
Yeah, the trees. Well, half these trees are falling off anyway, but that's a different story. So just these two here are going to be dense terrain, line of sight blocking, so you can't go through them. Just because you can't really get guys in there anyway.
We've got the rough ground in the middle.
Yes. So yep. So we're gonna play this as difficult ground. So you can go through it. it's going to be hard cover if you're 50% concealed. So if you got guys behind here and 50% rule standard, you'll get hard cover from it. Or if you're in behind like this low ball part here or here, and 50% as standard. But you can go through, move through. It's just difficult terrain.
Unless you're a wheeled vehicle.
Yeah, unless you're a wheeled vehicle, so go around. We have a couple pieces of rock terrain through here. There's one there. There's one in the back corner there. They all kind of have a low part on them. It's going to be impassable on the hard side. You can climb up through this way. Moving this piece here is all impassable all the way through. I think that basically puts it out. There are no roads on this. That wasn't intentional since I don't have any vehicles. It's a desert kind of little scrub village. So no roads throughout, so nothing special there. We are playing demolition, so we rolled off for table edge. I lost that, of course. He picked that table side. We rolled off for placing markers. I lost that, of course.
No, I lost that. I had to. No, you're
no,
right.
yeah, I lost. The only thing I won was the meeting engagement roll.
That's right.
So I got my marker here. This is my demolition token there that he's got to get within. His is back there. So he's got some nice choke points there.
I debated putting mine across from where Justin is so I could use the forest as cover, but I didn't want the whole game shifted to one side of the table.
Yeah,
so
he
I
was
put it more in the
he was
center.
thinking there because it would be good to put him in, but then it would just be a straight across battle. Mine's here because I got some sandbags, I got some buildings and walls that I can move up to try to defend. So it should be interesting. So we're gonna have a lot of flanking and just picking at each other on this side probably. And then meeting engagement, I won that roll off. I'm putting nothing in outflank, or nothing in reserves. I'm sorry, I don't have any outflankers. And then for my force, the infiltrators are going to be the spotters and the sniper team. Everything that basically has the infiltrator rule I'm going to put on the table ahead of time. And you have for infiltrator?
I have my commandos, which are, excuse me, going to outflank, and I have my forward artillery observer and a sniper team. And
Okay,
those my
which are the infiltrators.
Yep.
So there we go. So it's meeting engagement, so everything is going to come on turn one. With that, we were kind of discussing a little bit. The Italians have the special rule that my opponent cannot use the run order on turn one coming onto the table because they're too afraid of minefields and all that kind of special stuff. Luckily for him, I guess, not for me, he's got no artillery, so he doesn't have to worry about anything that, but he can't use a run order on anything turn one. So I at least have that going for me that I can kind of hopefully get up into play and go from there. Of course, you got the artillery forward observer that now gets a second bombardment for free, so that should be fun.
And he can also spot for the average.
And I can now, that thing can. Oh, great. Okay, so there we go. So that is the table. That is the mission. We are going to get our stuff organized here, get the dice in a bag, and we will get going with turn one. So here we are, top of turn one. Our infiltrators are set up. Let's go over that real quick. So I have my medium mortar spotter here. I've got a sniper team here up on the rocks, and there he is. Medium howitzer spotter is up there on those roofs, and you have a couple infiltrators as well.
I have my forward artillery observer right over here, and I have a sniper team on this rooftop over here.
All right. So there we go. So that is us set up, ready for turn one. As always, Matt is going to draw for the whole game since I'm holding the camera until I feel that he's cheating, and then I'll take the bag from him. or really, things just don't go my way and I get upset. All right, here we go. First die out of the bag. What, 17 dice to 11 you have in there?
Yeah, it's probably going to be you.
Let's hope.
Who knows? Let's see. It is you.
Yep. Oh, which we probably should say, I have white order dice. You
I have
have black, so easy enough. So me. All right, so I got my large squad, 11-man squad with 2 LMGs have ran up to there to try to start getting in the cover.
Second one is me, and we'll make this easy. I'm going to put my commandos down.
Okay.
Since they can't come on this turn anyway, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
Out because they're out flankers, right?
They are
so
out
turn
flanking,
3.
So that's the easy one. Second one third die.
Third
will be
die.
me again. Much
So,
farther
one of the
than
infantry squads have run up there to start to get into cover.
that. Me again.
You again. I like it. All right. So there we go. Next squad has begun to move up there as well. Next dice out.
Me again.
You again, man.
Oh,
I
man.
promised mine are in there.
Friends.
So with his third dice, his platoon commander has begun to sneak up behind the heavy bush there. Brush. Bamboo.
Probably should have positioned him a little bit differently. Move him a little bit over to the side just so he has some so I don't have a guy hanging out that's
Yeah.
exposed.
Exposed. Hey guys, I'm over here. Feel free to shoot
Me
this way.
again?
You again.
Oh,
How is
God.
that happening? All right.
I
good.
don't know. That's not what I wanted to happen.
So you will continue to pick the dice because I'm liking what you're doing so far.
Now,
Okay. So Piat team has advanced onto the board, snuck in through the back window, and is inside that building, not on the roof.
if I pick it up and put him in there, I will.
You'll forget about him?
I'll forget that there's a guy in there.
I'm okay with that.
So next turn, he'll probably go onto the top of the roof.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, it's
All right,
one
me.
of Justin's. He can play too.
Yay! Alright, and here we just have my regular medium machine gun has run up. Start to get in a position. Actually, a run. Duh. Boop. He's there against sandbag. Me again, next die.
Next size you.
Cool. Alright, so we have my medium howitzer has ran up into position here on my right flank. Next die out.
Next size you
Me.
again. No surprise.
It's about time. Light mortar has moved in on my left flank here. Okay.
Next size you again.
Me again. Medium mortar has run up here.
And it's Justin again.
I have my platoon commander has run up there in between the two artillery pieces.
And how many platoons do you have?
I have 3 platoon commanders.
Okay.
3 platoons.
And the next die is me.
Hooray.
I'm going to declare a fire order with my sniper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to shoot this observer over here.
Okay. First shot of the game going against the observer. You're definitely within
3.
range.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
That's a miss. That was fun.
Whew. All right.
Right.
First die down. First shot off.
No rerolls in this game.
No.
Next one's me again. Ah, man. Okay. So now we're going to have some fun. And I'm going to have to
Oh
bring
yeah, because all you
on
got left is vehicles,
a
huh?
vehicle. Yeah. So, and it's, so if it's a wheeled vehicle, it has 2 pivots. Is that correct?
Wheeled vehicles now have 2 pivots. Yep.
And it's a
12 inches.
12 inches for an advance, right, on a wheeled
Yes.
vehicle?
Yep.
So I could actually bring him on in a kind of a fun way, I would think.
So Armadillo has
pivots.
driven up and with its 2 pivots spun around to get that autocannon.
Yeah, though I'm wondering if that's really what I want to do, because these light machine guns are going to be useless unless I can get them in range too. I guess I could always back up each turn.
Well, yeah, I was going to say once you start coming up, you'll have a good side or flank on this side.
Yeah. So,
It's tough to get that thing to a position where it can fire all 3 sides and not be completely vulnerable.
yeah, and that's the trick with having a rear-mounted weapon. But
Yeah.
so I'm going to
Such
try
a
to
cool
fire
truck,
at
though.
this infantry unit over here.
Okay.
And I'm within 36, so I'm not at long range.
All right.
So I've got two shots from the autocannon. The light machine guns, though,
They have that. Yeah, I don't know if they have with the side arc thing. You probably actually
well,
could.
Actually, they're 360 degree.
Are they?
They're within 36, I said, right? So, yeah. So the light machine guns can actually fire as well.
That's crazy. They're 360 on that.
They are. One of them is. Yeah, one is considered. It's kind of weird the way it's worded, because one says the one that comes with it has a 360 degree arc, and the other one says it's a pintle mount, so it's 360
Oh, yeah.
degrees. Well, doesn't look like it, but that's what the
Yeah.
rules say.
Okay. Well, that's what
So-
the rules say.
But they're vehicle mounted, so they only get half shots.
They do.
So 4
And
shots from the light machine guns total at long range.
Correct. 4s, and then you moved as 5s.
Yep. So nothing from those.
Oh wait, long range too is 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Long
Yeah,
range is a thing now.
Long range and movement, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
No, there is no range anymore. See, this is
Oh,
why,
that's right,
guys.
long
Version 2 to version 3. So yeah, it's just it would just be the movement.
Okay, and the heavy autocannon is just 2 shots.
Yep. Needing
movement.
5s because of movement.
Nothing
Both
there either.
misses.
All right. Well, that was fun. Next time.
Whew. That's a lot of mathing for no hits.
But yeah, I mean, with range not being a factor, I'm in range right now.
Yeah, that's
so
huge.
I don't even really have to move
No.
next turn, which will make it nice because I'll hit on 4s, because 4 is the base now, right?
Correct.
Not
Yep.
3.
Yeah. 4 is base.
And there you go.
Goes to
That's
me.
for you.
Light anti-tank gun has moved up here. I do have a shot on that truck. The arse end is hanging out behind or over this wall, so I'm gonna pop a shot. It's gonna be 5 because I moved.
Look at
That's
that.
a 6. You might as well roll your cover save right away. They say with vehicles before we go through
Okay.
everything. It is hard cover.
So it's a...
So it's a 4 for hard cover.
Now that's a 1.
That's a
That
1.
would not
Oh
be
no. Okay. So I have a +2 pen. These are 1s on these dice, so that's a whopping 3.
But he does take a pin.
Yep. Yeah, it's open topped either way, but yeah, at least put the pin on him.
Yep.
The almighty pin. Okay. Just letting him know I'm here.
And you're just giving me another target, and there's no small
I
team
know,
anymore.
I
so
know,
It's just as easy to hit him.
And I have lots of small teams. Like I said, you can goes to you. You can easily bleed dice with this list from me because I have a lot of small teams.
And let's bring on the Avery,
Here it comes.
because why not? And he's tracked, so he'll take a 9-inch advance.
Oh
We'll
god.
just send him right up the middle.
Oh god.
You can go right to there. Now
I
he's
got
only got a 36-inch range.
That thing is going to be a problem.
But he's also got a front medium machine gun and a coaxial machine gun. But he's going to fire the petard mortar because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's just fun. And I guess we're going to target this infantry unit here. We're within 36.
Yep.
So movement would be the only thing, hitting on a 5. And that's a 5.
That is a 5.
A 5 with a 4-inch template.
Oh, it
So
hurts.
he's going to hit
It hurts.
a lot. I don't know how many. Whatever is going to.
Yeah, you put it right there. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Whoops,
mean,
sorry.
do I get more if I move it back a little? I can't see over
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're getting 10 dudes.
10.
All but 1, yeah, because you're clipping that one as well.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9,
And what's
10.
the HE on that thing?
4 inches. It is a
Oh
plus
my
4,
God.
so I'm thinking anything but a
Anything
1.
but, yeah.
There are no 1s there.
So that's 10.
That's 10. And pins.
Ouch.
That will do only D3 pins in this edition, which is kind of weird for a
Okay.
4-inch. It's going to do 3 pins.
So they have 3 pins on before I even start moving, guys.
5, 6,
4 with
7.
3 pins is 7, so the 1 NCO sticks around. So let's clean this up quick. So there's the aftermath of just the mortar, but we realized that we still have the machine gun as well. So
Yep, we have the MMG on the hull. But you know what? You have a cover save, hard cover, because you're behind sandbags.
oh, that
This
wasn't
was
direct, was it? That was
this
indirect.
Was a direct fire, not indirect.
Oh, see, guys,
So-
version 3. So I actually will get saves for those guys.
So he's got 10 hard cover saves.
10 hardcover saves to make.
Why don't I roll the
Yeah.
machine gun as well?
Yeah, go ahead, roll the machine
so
gun.
3 shots, 2 hits with the medium machine gun, and
Those they're
penetration.
veterans. So yep, so they're veterans.
So you need 5s. No.
So nothing there. So okay, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. We did forget. I did forget about that. That HE, you still get cover saves with direct shots.
Yes.
So here we go. Cover saves a hard cover. Do any of them come back?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 come back. Right?
Yeah, it's a 4 up on
5,
hardcover,
yep,
so
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So you get. So it killed 4 guys.
So kill 4 guys. So to clean that up, guys, just to recap, it did kill 4 guys total, which means I wouldn't have actually had to test. Which means that they are still there, actually, but they are hammered still with the 3 pins because of the size of that HE.
So that was an 11-man unit to start.
So yep, so I got one more dude I gotta put back.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. We told you we're going to mess things up, but at least we're catching it as we go. So that is now the aftermath. 3 pins left, 6 dudes left in that. Thank God for direct fire. Okay,
And the next one
cover is now a thing, and it goes to me. Alright, so I'm putting myself in a very dangerous parking lot here, but I did bring in an AT gun, 4732, to maybe face down that. It has a +4, so it can scratch the paint, but I'm tightening myself up here in a parking lot that I don't like too much, so
Next one's you again.
next one's me again. Alright, I have a 10-man infantry squad ran up my left flank here. Try to start getting around on them.
The next die is Justin again.
Me. Another infantry squad ran up my right flank now. Next die.
Next die is Justin again.
There you go. Another medium machine gun ran up my center there. Getting in position.
Next one is Justin again.
Alright, and we have the other 4732, light anti-tank gun right up there again. I may have a shot at Avery. It's just scratching the paint.
Next
Goes
one
to you.
is me. I'm going to put a fire order on the Ford artillery.
Oh yeah, that
and
thing.
I'm thinking really the only shot I have from where I placed him is I didn't place him very smartly.
You'll probably do some work
Yeah,
here.
it's got to be placed probably over here. So I don't want it walking off the board. So I'm going to put it right there for now. And
That'll do some work.
yeah, I might probably have to put it a little bit over there. So we'll see what that does at the end of this turn,
Oh, God.
if anything.
Slow down my entire right flank. Okay.
Chances are it's probably going to just go right off the back end of the board, but you never know.
Here's hoping.
And, oh God, next one's me again.
Oh,
this is
look.
my last
This
order.
is your last
die,
one,
so
right?
After this, it's 5 dice for Justin. So that means the Wasp has to come on,
Wasp. What do we got?
and he can only advance because there's no running this turn.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a little reluctant to put him out where he's going to be too exposed. So I think I'm just going
It is
to.
open topped, ain't it?
Oh yeah, he's very.
Very open.
So,
Let's just carry these giant
I think
fuel
I'm
tanks
gonna-
on our back.
That's a 6-inch. He's a 9-inch tracked advance. So I think he's just going to come in over here and kind of go in that direction.
Okay.
That'll be his advance. He's got a very short range with that flamethrower. Can't remember what it is, but it's pretty short.
Our vehicle's 12? I know, like.
Well, he's a small vehicle flamethrower.
Oh, is that something
so that
special?
one is actually a 12-inch range.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty short. So we'll put him there. And now Justin's going to have to put
All right.
everything else.
So I got 5 left. We'll come back to where those 5 are put. Okay, with my last 5 dice, we have my medic that ran on over here. Platoon commander came on right here. Another platoon commander with his buddy came in over here. That infantry squad came up, and with my last one, I have a fire order on my sniper that I forgot. So we're going to do the standard sniper on sniper action across the way to his sniper there. So let's see what we got. Misses on a 2. That is about right. Okay. So with that, we're going to go to turn 2. We'll clean up the table here, and we'll get on to turn 2. Here we are, top of 2. First things first, we have FAO to go off here.
What happens? A 5.
5.
It's going to fire for effect.
Of course it is.
So everything within D6 plus 6 inches of the aiming point, which is 8 inches total
8 inches total.
of that aiming point. So let's see, what are we going to hit? It's actually not too bad because it means we're going to hit that mortar, the platoon commander here, the artillery there, the artillery here, and we're just going to hit the template of that.
Yeah, that is quite a
gun
bit of
there,
stuff.
too. So
Okay.
that actually I'm fine with.
Well, it's 5 things, and it's all my big boys.
So, for the artillery bombardment, that means that anything on a 1 to 5 gets D3 pin markers, and a 6, it'll be a hit from a heavy howitzer.
Okay. So start left to right here.
Okay,
Medium mortar is taken.
he's going to take 2 pins.
Artillery or AT.
He's going to take 2 pins.
Platoon commander.
3 pins.
3 pins. Oh, poor little guy. Artillery.
2 pins.
2 pins, and the machine gun on the other side there.
1 pin.
I grabbed just enough pin markers. It's like I predicted. So that is the devastating effect of the first time that thing gets to shoot.
The nice thing is he can do it a second time in this edition.
Yeah, heavy pin. I kind of like the fact that he's not free, but they still made him worth, like, still an auto take, I think.
Yeah, and I took him as a veteran because this way I figure he has a better chance of surviving and get that second shot off.
He does. Especially no more small team, like you want him to stick around.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. That's artillery observer right away. So now we go to pulling dice. I'm going to have to recover that whole side now.
First one is just.
So the problem with this game sometimes is when you get the first dice, which you really want, you don't know what to do first. So we're going to do the anti-tank rifle. Is going to shoot down at the armadillo there, just because that thing is devastating. Straight 4 now. Yeah, that's a 1. Yeah. I had to look at it in second disbelief to see if I was seeing what I was actually
And
seeing.
I guess we should clarify that on these dice that we have,
Yeah.
the symbol is on the 1, not the
Yep.
6.
This black and white Coal Legion dice. You can message us if you'd like some, but the 1 is on the symbol is on the 1, not the 6.
And just because it was so much fun, I pulled my order die.
Oh.
Do a fire order from the Ford Artillery Observer. We're going to put it right around the same spot that it was last time.
Can you let me get the pins off first?
Nope. Nope. Not going to happen.
Just pin out my entire right flank. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
well,
outstanding.
But you know, I want to make sure that he gets his second one off there. So
Yeah.
now that it's placed,
Yep.
he's done his
It's
job.
happening either way.
And next one will be Justin's.
All right, we did a snap 2 with that group that was here. The infantry has run up there, square in the face of the armadillo like idiots. He has moved back, and then the last one is a fire order on this. It's going to pop a shot at the AVR, Avery? Avery?
Churchill Avery.
Yeah, long shot there, but it can't hit. So it's going to be the standard, just 4 to hit. It's going to miss on a 3. Outstanding. Okay, all that for that. I'm blowing all my first dice on Hail Marys, and it's not working. You.
Next one is me. I think I'm going to do a fire order from the sniper,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to hit that observer again.
Okay. So still with the 3, the sniper.
Hits
That'll
on a
hit.
3.
The veteran.
That's a 3. So,
3 will do it because snipers have a +1.
oh, okay. But a veteran's a 5 or 6 to kill.
Veterans are 5 to 6, but snipers have a +1 to their damage and +1 to shoot. So a veteran that you would normally need a 5 on goes to a 4. Or no,
Right, and I rolled a 3.
you did roll a 3. Math guys, stay in school. So yes, 3 would still miss. But took the pin. Okay.
All right. Well, at least you hit something.
Yeah.
It's
getting closer.
It's a moral victory. Next one's Justin.
With that dice, I have snapped to the platoon commander over here. He has ordered these guys forward. He's ordered the medic forward. He moved up himself. I'm going to fire at the sniper up there on the rooftop with these guys. 10 shots. Eating 5s because I moved.
Yeah, that's a few.
That's a few.
5 hits.
Yeah, that's okay. 5 hits. You are veteran.
Yep.
So we have 1, 2, but you are in hardcover.
Saved 1.
Saved 1.
So one guy bites the dust.
Yep. Spotter goes. And the
Pin.
pin
And an order check,
an
right?
order check, yeah, 50%. See, you have small teams too. Oh yeah,
And
he doesn't care.
He's good.
Okay, so that was my die there. Dice there, I guess. That's my snap 2.
Yeah, that's the benefit of the snap 2.
Yeah, and I'm finding, I mean, with having 3 platoon commanders on, the first game I played in version 3, I snapped 2 more in that game than I think I had in my entire version 2 career, just because of all the platoon commanders on the table. So it's me again. So light mortar had moved up. His one guy we were just discussing is barely peeking out there in the corner, but I can see him,
And it's
so I can declare a
probably
shot.
Within the 36.
Should be within
range.
36 now because I moved. I
Yep,
declared the shot.
You're within
Okay.
about 35.
So it is an overhead shot, so I'm good over my dudes, but I am ranging in, needing a 6. And that's a 5. So
God.
nope, that is all I got there with that die. Light mortars are a pretty decent thing now in version 3 as well.
They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and they're a cheap order die.
Yep. And the next one's Justin again.
Yay! And now that they fixed, I shouldn't say fixed, but they made their range the same as all other mortars, like, they're worth taking now. Alright, let's see what we got. Medium machine gun. I have it on advance because I'm an idiot. Medium machine gun is going on ambush. Ambush right there. Next die.
Hey, it's me.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, so what we were discussing off camera is that high wall there we were playing as line of sight blocking for infantry, but where his guns are, he's over that wall. So I would say you can stay right there. It's just because you're shooting through linear terrain.
Okay.
I'd get hard cover. But like you said, moving forward, it'd probably be hard cover either way. At least you're protected more there.
So we'll put a fire order on him. I do need an order check because I have a pin.
There you
It's
go.
a veteran vehicle.
Of course,
He
pass on
passes
the
that
6.
just fine. So that means we're going to have 4 light machine gun shots and 2 from the autocannon, though I could choose a different target for the autocannon if I want.
You could. And remember,
Because
yeah.
It's a second...
Yeah.
So
So,
I
you
think-
could keep beating up on
I
those
think I'm
guys
gonna
over there.
do that. I think I'm going to try to beat up on that unit again Though I could actually target the mortar behind him if I wanted.
I mean, your Avery is doing enough work over there as it is, so.
Yeah, but that's where, yeah, and you do have a lot of stuff coming in on this side. So I think I'm just going to focus everything on that one unit anyway.
So these are your LMGs first?
Yeah, so these are the LMGs. So I'm hitting
Needing
on
fours.
just fours. So
Yay
that's one
version.
hit from the LMG.
Okay.
So,
And they are veterans, so it's a 5.
okay. That's a 6.
That's it, and it is hardcover. And failed.
And then we got the 2 shots from the autocannon using the HE.
Yes.
That's 1 hit, and it's a 1-inch template.
So usually with 1 inch, you'll get, the way I have them bunched there, you'll get 3 dudes right there.
Okay.
Because I have them bunched,
3 guys.
so I was trying to hide behind the rocks.
I believe that is a
HE should be +1. I think 1. I think they now made it.
Right.
They now made it whatever the HE size is what the HE is. So 4s then.
So that's 1.
So 1 more.
With a hardcover save.
Yeah. Saved.
But
it is D2 pin.
D2 pins.
Yep.
Not still
So
just
1 pin. Yep. So that's why I didn't put the pin down right away, because with the LMGs, the autocannon had a better chance of putting more pins on. So in the end there, we lost 1 dude and took a pin.
A little anticlimactic, but, you know.
Dude, autocannons now again, like, I've been kind of reading, like, what a lot of these new metas are going to be for version 3, and autocannons. So if you can take them, you can take them. Germans, you're going to see a lot of autocannons running now. I'm going to run the 222 a lot as a armored car. They made it open-topped again after going back and forth on all the FAQs, but...
I'm going to run this unit into this building here in the front.
Okay.
I would love to get them on the top, because I don't really like them being exposed like that. Well, actually, you know what? They could... Yeah. Well, I think I'll instead of running them there, I'm just going to run them up behind this wall.
Okay. Now I do have a machine gun on ambush here.
Okay.
But
that's fine. They're going to be hardcover anyway.
Yeah, you're going to be hardcover. I'm going to pop at you when you get over there, though. So he's moving those up.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to spring the ambush here as he comes up to that wall.
Yep.
We know you're in 36, so 6 shots, needing 4s. We got 3. Your vet.
There are vets. There's a pin.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, and take this bad boy off ambush. Okay.
Next one's me
starting to protect that objective back there.
And I think we're going to run the platoon commander back over here behind this building.
Okay.
I don't really want to be in the building with him unless I can get up on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I have a few HE things, but I don't like this AT gun has more things to worry about than those guys probably in that building this turn.
So we'll put him in the building.
Not trying to convince you either way, but
yeah, no, we'll put him in.
And actually, he's already fired this turn, so
yeah, that's actually the thing I was most concerned about, because potentially next turn I can draw an order die, get him on the roof,
get him on the roof,
in a better position.
And again, I will be on like I got to do something about that Avery, so I got to put as many rounds on that thing as possible.
Yeah. Next one is you.
Me. Right flank, infantry have moved up behind the wall and building.
And the next one's you again.
Me again. Alright, activate these guys. I'm going to try to pass them on 3 pins. Or they're just going to go down instead. Okay. Against my better judgment, I did what I shouldn't have done.
They tried. Next one's you again.
Next one's me again. Let's have the sniper pop a shot at your sniper. See if I can get rid of that. Hits on a 3.
Veteran.
That's a 1.
But he does take another pin.
Let's take the pin.
It's going to make it harder for him to hit.
Yeah.
If he gets a chance to take.
Well, because he lost his spotter and plus he has a pin.
Right. So he's going to hit on 6s now. Next one is me. And I think we're going to take another shot with the Avery.
Yeah, here it comes.
We're going to target that same unit
straight down here.
Yeah, and see what we can do about that. Although, I do have a direct shot against that mortar. I just don't know if I'm in range of it yet, because I only have a 36-inch range. I probably am because I moved 9.
Yeah, I mean that's
And
up
if we're
6
going for the
inches.
hull- yeah, so I should be in range.
Yes, even coming across at an angle, you should have that range.
Yeah, the question
but-
is, what's the bigger threat, that infantry unit or that mortar? And I guess what I could do is just mix up the shots. So why don't I put the mortar on that infantry unit, and I'll put the medium machine gun on that mortar in the back.
Because this mortar is most likely going to get hit with your FAO again, because you rolled a 2 and it hit last time.
Unless it walks to a different spot.
Yeah, it could.
So let's try the mortar. It's going to hit on a 4 now because I didn't move.
Hitting on the infantry there.
And that hits.
That's
again.
a 5.
And that's probably going to hit
Um,
a good number of those guys.
what's a 4, right?
It's a 4-inch.
Yeah, you'll hit all
It's gonna
6.
hit all of them.
Yep.
Okay.
All 6 on them.
Do you want to roll the? Well, I guess I got to. Anything but a 1 is going to.
Anything but a 1.
But you'll still get that hardcover save.
Yep.
So there's 1 1 in there. So 5 guys get hit.
Okay. And I saved not a single one. 3 1s in there.
5 guys, and that's another 1 pin.
Okay.
So it's an order check at a -4.
7,
4 is 11.
11, they're gone.
All right.
All right, so we'll clear
First
all of them
kill
off.
of the game.
That's trouble. So that squad that used to be there is now gone.
The Avery has done something already.
God, yep.
So we've got 3 machine gun shots. Let's make sure that I'm in range.
Yeah, and some
I
mortar
should
there.
be based on. It's pretty direct. So that's 36.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to touch him. Okay.
Yep, you're hitting.
He's got it. So he's only getting 3 shots, hitting on 4s. That's one hit. That's a pin.
Yep.
And
They are
veterans. No, not
Nope,
a kill.
just a pin.
Just a pin. But hey, I'll take it.
Another pin on the mortar. You know the funny thing is, like when I was debating this list, because like I said, this list I played against Eric, and I wanted to play it again because I like it. I'm like, I don't really have anything to take out big vehicles, but Matt doesn't really ever bring big vehicles. It shouldn't be a problem.
I brought one.
And then I show up, and he's got that beast on the table.
Usually I bring a lot of open top stuff.
Yeah.
But this time I just thought.
I was expecting like your Daimler kind of stuff to see the table and.
Well, armored cars are a lot of fun. But,
Yeah.
I thought, why not bring the Avery? HE seems like it's pretty effective in this. I mean, it was always effective, but.
It's like we're going to be seeing that on the table more now.
Next one is Justin.
Right. So all I really have left is this stuff over here. All the stuff that's like super pins that can't really do anything. So I'm just going to pull over a couple dice and start going down the line as my stuff gets pulled. So let's try to rally the mortar. Rallies. All pins go away under the new system. Hooray. Just to get pinned again.
Next one's you again. Another rally, I take it?
Another rally, I think, on this guy here. 9. Rally is what? They're unmodified still, right?
Unmodified, right?
Yep. Rallied.
Another one.
Another one of me.
Do it again. Or not.
I think I'm going to be bold and try to fire. Only have 2 pins. Because he is right there, technically. 10, 11, 12. He knocks it down by 2. It goes to a 10. It passes.
Is he a first lieutenant?
That's
right.
all platoons are now just +2.
Yeah. That's right.
So, because these 2 pins are technically negated by his +2, so I just needed a base. So yeah, he actually
so
passed.
He's a veteran. Yep.
Look at that. I'm gonna pop a shot down like we talked about. You will get hard cover, so
You have a pin?
and I have a pin, so it's a 5 to hit you. Hits on a
hits
6.
on a 6.
You want to roll your hard cover for it right away though?
Sure, why not? That's a 5.
5.
So, you
So he saves, but he took the pin.
So you even take a pin, even if the hardcover blocked the shot?
Yes, because this was the argument of it, is because it hits, but the hard cover, the same thing as like if you roll for these guys, it's I don't know. They were talking about like the hard cover should happen before you roll for
The
like
kill?
the actual kills and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but this is how they ended up doing it.
Next one's going to be me.
Gonna be you.
We're going to advance this infantry unit back here into these woods.
Okay.
They can go right just about to the edge, which will be nice because then they can actually take a shot at somebody.
There you go.
Alright. So I think the only thing I can really see pretty well is the spotter up here on the rooftop. So
Poor
I think
spotter.
I'm just going to try to hose him.
Okay.
So I've got a light machine gun with 4 shots. And I've got, let's see, there's a rifle there. The SMG is probably going to be out of range because that's 12. Yep, SMGs are out of range. So I've got another rifle over here. And then I've got 3 rifles in the back that are, would be, well, you got hard cover anyway, so that's not going to make a difference. So I think that's all that I have that can actually get a shot off. So I moved.
Should
So
be
it makes it
fives.
5s. That's 2 hits.
2.
So he takes another pin.
Yep, and he is part of a vet crew.
1 possibly killed. Nope, he
Saves it
saves
with the
it.
hardcover save.
Alright, cover does it again on version 3.
Yes.
Hardcover is a very good thing to have.
It really is.
Veterans in hardcover can be very difficult.
You know, the funny thing is a lot of times in my tournaments, I used to always get people telling me, they're like, you might have a little too much hardcover on your table. Like, your tables might be too covered. And so I started taking some stuff off, and now they're like, hey, version 3, you may want to put that back on.
Yeah. I'm going to advance this Piat team to the rooftop because I don't think they were there before. And I believe it's the second guy in the Piat team have a rifle, and he can shoot the rifle if the Piat team
I believe
doesn't
so,
fire.
because the Piat doesn't have range.
Right. So if that is the case, I'll take a rifle shot at this infantry unit back here. But I moved, so it's going to hit it on a 5. And he missed anyway.
Missed on a
So no
3.
big deal.
And while we were talking, I did just happen to look, and because I wanted to make sure on that. Yeah, as long as you score a hit, it counts as a pin.
Okay. I'm going to advance the Wasp over here. So I could do a run, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I want to do if I run. So I'm going to go up 5 with the advance. He's going to pivot to get through this. I think I got to pivot a little bit. And go 4. Squeak right through there. And I didn't necessarily want to be where that anti-tank gun that hasn't gone yet could target me. So we're just going to stop right there for now.
Well, yeah, it's a machine gun, but yeah, it'll still be able to put pins on.
Oh, it's a machine
yeah,
gun
it's a
back
machine
there?
gun, medium.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's open topped and
Yeah, and
I
you're
don't like
you're
being-
still hidden there anyway, so.
yeah. All right, next one's
Man.
you.
Medium machine gun, my right flank is going to go on ambush, hopefully. Passes. Yep, so they're on ambush.
And we've got 2 order dice left. My unit has to go down because it's my
Outflank
flankers here, so that leaves Justin's
with
final
my
order
artillery,
dice,
which
but-
would be nice if it actually gets to fire. I think I'm going to try to declare fire with 2 pins on me. So let's see if I activate.
Yep.
10. Thankfully, he's right here.
Yep. Got him in a good position for that.
Yeah, well, that's what he's supposed to be back there snapping 2 on my artillery, but he has yet to be able to do that.
But this is a good thing to demonstrate for version 3 how if you have that platoon commander in proximity to your
Yeah.
artillery units.
Yep. I used to try to run an artillery park in the old day anyway, but you were stuck with one platoon commander doing that. Now you can they have their own.
Right.
So I'm going to use him to. I think I'm gonna try to fire on those guys, sight ranging on those guys there, because I got to try to make a gap into your objective. So needing a 6 to range in, misses on a 2. Okay, that was last die of the game.
Of the turn.
Or the turn, yeah.
Turn
No,
two.
no, I quit.
We're
Game's
not
over.
ending just yet.
All right, so let's get the table cleaned up and get into turn 3. top of turn 3. First things first, bloody artillery again.
Fire for
Hey,
effect.
look at that. Fire for effect on the
Everything
6.
within 10 inches this time.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
So-
joke's on you. You already killed them.
So those units are already obviously in
Yep.
range. This guy's in range back here, but these guys are just out of
Thankfully
range.
just moved out. So you're still...
We got 5 units in range.
Got 5 units. Let me
So-
grab all of my pin markers. All of the pins. Okay, mortar. Oh,
They get
bloody
hit
hell.
by the heavy artillery, and this is indirect, so they're not going to get cover,
Nope.
and they're dead. The heavy howitzer, everything but a 1 will kill them, and the whole unit's gone.
So technically, here's the fun thing though. You have to maximize on a unit. That maximizes, you then hit the other unit with a template as well.
How does it hit? Just the 2 guys, or all 3, or
One dude on the other side.
1 dude? Okay. Yeah, he's dead too.
Yeah, about that. Okay, so
It's your fault for putting them that close together.
I told you that I was bunching myself and it was going to be a problem.
Well, when you have 17 order dice, it's probably hard not to.
It
do
happens.
something
All right,
like
so
that.
they're down to dude.
So that unit is going to take another 1 pin.
Okay.
And I take it they would only take the 1 pin because even though they're being hit,
Yeah, it
on
was
the
a
other one,
splash
it's still
over.
Just being really,
Yeah.
they're really hit by that weapon once, I guess.
Yep,
In terms
yeah.
of pins. All right, what's next? Commander, he takes 1 pin.
Artillery.
They take 3 pins.
Stop it. And machine gun over there.
He gets hit by the heavy howitzer.
Gets hit with the heavy howitzers. There's all 3 under it.
And only 1 guy died.
Wow,
2
6 and
ones.
2 ones.
But he's still going to take only one
on
pin.
1 pin. How come he gets hit and then he survives with the... Okay.
Yeah. And he's an ambush, which is why he's got the order die on.
So, in the end, mortar wiped out. Lots of pins. Luckily he hit, but only killed 1 dude. So, okay.
All right. So we are on to the meat of the turn.
So, how many British lists are you going to start to see showing up with more than 1 artillery observer?
But I don't know. I think since they get to put that thing down twice, you really don't need more than 1.
Yeah.
I think the points are better spread
I think, I agree with you. I think if you're using it smartly like you are, there's not a need for widespread across the table.
And once they've done that, sure, they're an infantry unit that can go and do something else, but otherwise they're kind of useless.
Yeah.
They're probably easy to kill. Although he is a veteran.
Man, yeah, but I don't even know what to do with all that now. Like, jeez. All right, let's try to put another pin with the AT gun.
Oh, on the Avery.
Yep, firing down at the Avery. Hits on a 5. Do you cover right away?
He
Saved with
makes
the
a
cover.
save, but he's got another pin, right?
Got the pin. Yep.
All right. Well, that's something.
Scratching the paint.
Yep.
See, now if I was playing Eric, that'd be enough to get him to fail the rolls for the rest of the game. But
You get
me again. We advanced up here. I'm going to try to pop at the armadillo. It's open top. Just put some pins on it. 9 dudes still. Obviously, he's getting hard cover on that, but you can see right there. So 5s because I moved.
No, still got
2.
2 hits on it.
Okay. So obviously no damage can be done, but just put the pin on him.
Yeah, it's 7 plus. You don't have. Okay.
No,
Yeah, I guess
no, it's just all small arms
so
in there.
1 pin.
1 pin on the Dilla.
Pin on the Dilla.
Pin on the Dilla.
All right.
No, I'm like an idiot blocking my anti-tank rifle back here, but I can't really.
Well, you know.
I need to get the infantry. I got to play the objective. It's turn 3.
First thing I'm going to do, just because it's sort of a cleanup thing, I'm going to move these guys. I'm going to advance them to get up to the rooftop.
Okay.
And since I'm advancing
Yep.
and putting them right up there, they're
Popping
gonna
the shots.
Pop a shot. And I think I've got an SMG. They should be within 12. They are. So, and the commander only has a pistol, so he's not really going to be able to do much.
And I think by your line of sight, they're not in cover.
Yeah, I can see 5 of them.
Yeah, there's
and
only
you've got
9 of them there.
Yeah,
So, yep.
Okay.
Yep,
So-
yep.
And movement doesn't matter because SMGs are an assault weapon.
Yep,
So
so
hitting
just
on
straight
fours.
fours.
Only 1 hit.
1 hit. They're veteran.
Nope,
2.
but
Nope.
there is a pin.
But there's the pin. The almighty pin.
You again.
Me again. Oh, and by the way, I guess this went away, huh? Because you moved those dudes.
Well, you move those dudes. Oh, which dude?
No, because I was ranging on that one guy you had sticking out, and you moved.
Over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire with my machine gun.
Okay. Against these guys.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes I forget I have a camera in my hand, and I should point where I'm actually talking. I look at the camera, I'm like, I'm way off.
All over the place.
Yeah, so our machine gun is gonna fire down.
Yep.
To there. Yeah, and so that's the other thing too, is while I'm counting dice here, we were discussing that off camera. Like, please comment if you prefer handheld versus a tripod just overlooking the table. I've had people say both. I've had a majority say handheld, which is why I'm doing it. But if over the table with a tripod is better because it's not moving around as much, you may not be able to get to see as close in as possible.
It would be kind of isometric because it wouldn't be directly overhead.
Right, yeah, it'd be kind of coming down obviously at the angle, but so you may miss some stuff on the far end and maybe not to get to zoom in like I can with this. Eventually, we'll be able to do both with multiple cameras going, but we're not that high tech just yet, so we'll get there. Back to what we were doing. Machine gun, firing down, needing fours. Yay, ones. There's another 6 hidden behind there, so 2.
So there's a pin.
2 hits.
2 hits. They're veterans and they're in cover.
So one.
No kills anyway.
Oh yeah, veterans are 5s.
Yep. So just a pin. But 2 pins on
Just
them.
a pin. That's right. The almighty pin.
You again.
Me again. Sniper gonna snipe. Firing at your sniper. The almighty sniper battle. Mainly right now it's just for dice reduction. Doesn't matter anyway, it's a 2.
Next one is me. And I don't really like where I kind of left my wasp hanging out, but I have a feeling that if I don't do something to help him out, he's going to be in trouble. So I think
You
what I'm
just
gonna do-
ignore the men behind the curtain that are maybe possibly sneaking up on him.
Well, there are a few things I can do here. One of them is do a fire order from this unit where I have the observer and his buddy with SMGs, and they are
You
within
can.
12, so they're going to take 4 shots at those guys,
There you go.
and hopefully just at least put a pin
Put
on
a pin
them.
on them and get me to roll dice, which is
Yeah.
working great for you so far this game.
So there's a hit
There's a
and
hit.
pin.
Okay. They are veteran over there.
Nope, no kill, but there's a
No
pin.
kill with the pin.
So
There we go. That might be enough.
the observer possibly did his job.
Yeah, they've earned their points. They've definitely earned their points this game.
And that would be you.
Alright, we had a snap 2 over here. This whole mess moved forward. Infantry, medic, and platoon. I got some dudes here who are going to pop some shots on the sniper again. Just to try to put the pins. So needing 5s because I moved.
Yep, that's a few.
Wow, I think I found my new sniper.
So he's definitely got another pin on him.
So this sniper who's done nothing,
6 hits on
6 hits. He's vet. That's going to be
possible.
2 possible.
him. And he's got hard cover. No, he's dead.
No, he bites it. Alright.
And that's a kill for Justin.
Not that I really have to worry about pin reduction for you because I have so many more than you, but it helps. Sniper gone. So, yeah, and don't mind us as we have these discussions. Hopefully you guys find them interesting too, but from version 2 to version 3, I don't know how I feel about snipers anymore because they don't have small team, like they get hit. Now the infiltrator special rule, it does give them something, but it doesn't really affect them most of the time.
So I'm going to try to move in my outflanking
Oh, here they come.
commandos,
Yep.
which need an order check. They have no negative to it. They got a 9, so they come on the table, and they're coming on that left side.
What did you roll for a cover save? I'm sorry on him.
I rolled a
Was it 2?
There was a 2 on there.
It was a 2. Okay, never mind. That's the infiltrator special rule. If they don't have a runner in advance, they get a +1 to their cover save. So
Oh,
he would have been on a 3. I knew there was something. But, okay, so, sorry, commandos.
Yep, so the
Doing what commandos do.
They're coming on, they're outflanking, and it looks like In this edition, it doesn't have that rule where they only move up a certain distance. They can come on anywhere on that edge. So
All
I've got
right.
an advance there.
So with some shenanigans real quick, because we were doing some stuff off camera here. His outflankers came in here. He's an inch away from there. We were checking. I got these bad boys on ambush, but because of the arc of fire, he's actually out of it where he's at right there. So I'm about to get a whole bunch of SMGs up the...
There's a Vickers K with 5 shots.
Oh, God. Okay.
And then there's 5 SMGs.
Let me grab the pin marker, because that's coming at least.
So, this will be hitting on...
Movement.
Well, the movement doesn't matter. Well,
Vickers will matter.
I got to roll separately.
Yep,
so the Vickers K is going to hit on
fives.
5s?
No.
No, it's point blank, which is a -2.
Vickers is going to hit on 3s. Everything else hits on 2s.
Okay, so there's 2 misses there. And then everything else, these will all hit on 2s.
On 2s.
So there's 1 miss there.
Okay.
So there's a few hits.
A few, yeah. We won't even count them. It's a this many roll.
And are these veterans?
They are vets.
Okay, so 5s and 6s. So 1.
1 out of that.
All that. I got 1 kill. Oh, man. That's a little disappointing.
Yeah, that's rough, because I thought that was going to be a lot worse, and now they're in a kind of a tough spot there. Well, not really, because you've done... I now need to pull these guys back to do something about them. Actually, that was probably pretty good for you.
Well, I had to do something to divert your attention away from...
Yeah, that's...
Because I really don't have much in this on that side of the table over there.
Well, with my infantry being gone, really it's a machine gun and them that could do anything, which means I need to pull them back from what I was doing. Yeah, so that did some work for you there. Let's attempt to fire this AT gun. He's got 2 pins on him. Platoon commander is right there, so it nulls out, and the 7 is good. He's going to pop the shot where he's been popping the shots. Down at the Avery.
Hits him
needing
again.
that.
He's now got 3 pins.
He does get the cover safe, we decided.
Yep. Did
No
not get
cover, so...
But it's a +4, so
it's a
if he rolls
+4.
a 6...
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
No, these symbols are on the 6 on this time.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so put another pin on
I
him.
already
3
did.
pins, that's what I was
He's got
looking to do. Yep.
There's 3 pins on the Avery, so he's probably going to have to rally.
If I could shut it down for a turn or 2, I feel good. Because this is what, turn 3?
This is turn 3, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do something you probably don't expect. I'm pivoting and moving this way. And I get a second pivot. I just want to make sure I'm pivoting to be in the front arc there.
Yep.
So that's an advance order. I stayed out of that machine gun.
You sure did.
And now I can take a shot
Yep.
right there. I did move.
Now this is the first time that I've had to deal with flamethrowers in version 3,
So I need to roll a 5 to hit, which did not hit.
So it's a 2.
But what I wanted to do there basically is divert you away from those commandos.
Well, right, now what do I do?
Right, exactly. So you can either shoot at the commandos or you can shoot at the wasp.
Yeah. The only thing is give me a fuel check, because it's a 1 or 2 now. It runs out of fuel.
Oh, is it? Even with vehicle mounted? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's a 6, so he's good.
Yeah, for some reason, although they have massive tanks, maybe they forgot to fill them.
I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe the trigger got stuck and it just kept going.
I guess.
Okay.
Oh, and we do need to look up the flamethrower rules on vehicles. I'm not familiar because infantry take pins when they fire flamethrowers. So yeah, this is all new to us, guys. The flamethrower rules is the first time we've actually had to deal with them.
Page 97.
They made them, I don't know if they made them better or worse with what they've done. Alright, so just taking care of things and looking. The flamethrower obviously fired and missed. It passed its fuel check. It did take the 1 pin on the back, because we forgot about that as well at first.
Next one.
And me. Gonna rally this artillery piece here. It passes. These go away. And we're good with that die.
Next one is me.
You.
Now you're making me make decisions because I've got a Avery with 3 pins on it. So I'm going to advance these guys up to the wall here.
Okay, so they're coming up to the wall.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to shoot at this observer again.
Oh, the poor
And
observer.
I've got SMGs in range this time too. So I've got light machine gun. I've got 2 SMGs. I have a loader for the light machine gun, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rifles as well. So the SMGs do not take the movement penalty.
So they're just straight
so they're gonna
fours.
hit on 4s. And that's 2
Okay,
hits from
so
them.
And everything else should be 5s.
5s. So that's 2 more hits, so 4 hits total.
Okay, he is veteran.
Yep. 2 possible. And he's dead.
Dead. Even with remembering the infiltrator rule now, he's still dead.
All right. I'll take it.
Yep, there goes my eyes and ears.
But you are still trying to range in on them.
I am, yeah. I'm still ranging on a 5 and M.
But can you see them anymore? Because if you can't see them, you can't range in, correct?
So,
Because I thought, isn't that the rule that
yeah, we've had
the
that.
observer is...
Yep, we've
helping you
had
to
that
range in,
discussion.
so
Yeah,
you-
that it goes away because they lost their eyes. If you're already ranged in, it stays.
Yeah.
But because he was walking in the rounds,
Yeah, and I don't... I'm looking
no,
to
I can't see. He was behind a building on purpose for that. So
Okay.
now I do technically actually. Hey guys,
Oh,
remember
you have
version
another
3
spotter
rules?
who can
I do
see,
have a
right?
spotter here that can see them, so I could still look at that.
So you can still range
This is
in.
why we discuss things out loud because because now you can use any spotter.
Right.
It's like the old Flames of War thing, kind of, where as long as you have spotters on the tables, you can range in multiple.
I'm going to try to activate the armadillo again and fire.
Mm-hmm.
Need an order check, and he failed it.
Failed it on 11. There we go with the one
Which
pin.
means he runs, right? And he runs off the board.
So, if you fail an order check, you are supposed to reverse away, but reversing goes towards them, so does he move?
Does he pivot in reverse, or does he go forward off the table?
So, we'll be right back after this brief commercial break, because we have to look this up. And
Okay,
we are back.
So, we looked up the rule, and according to the rule, if the vehicle is unable to reverse and there are no visible enemy units to its front arc, then the vehicle goes down where it is. So we're basically going to say that because reversing would bring me closer to the enemy, and
Yep.
there's no enemy in my front arc, it's only in my rear arc, he's just going to go down where he is.
Yep.
It would seem to me that you would probably just move forwards because that would be much easier than reversing.
It
but
would.
following the rules the way
Yeah.
they're written, it sounds like unless this is covered in an FAQ, and we just don't know.
Yeah, which we don't have. I don't have the FAQ unfortunately on me. So that's what we decided to do. Is just easier to go down because technically you would reverse back, and if you, the trouble with saying, oh well, just move it forward or it drives forward because that's technically backwards is it's kind of unfair because that would then move 12 inches, which would take it off the table. And it's kind of unfair to do that when normally they would only reverse half their move backwards. So we're just going to keep it down and just kind of say that they're confused as we are and trying to figure out what to do.
So it would seem that he would probably drive right off the table. That would maybe make sense, but
Like if it said
we'll have to
that
figure it
you
out.
drive away from, no matter what your arc is, if you drive away from the enemy, but it doesn't say that, it says reverse, which
and it says there's no pivot allowed, so
Yes.
he can't pivot to reverse backwards.
yeah, that's a weird one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do some research or not, but that's what we decided for the ease of the video and to keep it going. And plus, that would be ridiculous if I argued it to drive that thing off the table. I don't want.
I would be fine with that, but
Nah, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight knowing I wronged you.
yeah, you would.
All right, possibly. Now, at the end of the game, if you win, I'm going to say it's because that thing didn't go off the table. I'm just
Well-
putting that out there.
We've got a ways to go before we have anything like that happen.
Yeah, we're going to advance these boys here, or the light mortar team here, and then they're going to fire. They have advanced up. I'm going to attempt to range in on the armadillo. Needing a 6. Nope. Didn't think it would happen, but let's see if I can maybe force you to move by starting to pop some light mortar tubes down you.
That would be a little unfortunate if the armadillo
Eats it to a light mortar.
gets it from a light mortar.
Oh, they would never be able to look their friends in the eyes again. 39 points takes out the armadillo.
So now I've got a decision to make with this infantry unit.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of stuff coming my way, which I don't like, but
That's the tough part. Do you now try to beat me, get to the objective, or do you keep him there as an ambush
I'm
to
in
hold?
a perfectly fine spot. Yeah, I could just go on ambush, but then I'd have to leave that until next turn. But I've also got two pins. I do have the platoon commander there.
You do.
I could take a shot now. I've got a few guys that are out in the open, and I could put a pin on them most likely.
You do. You
I
can
think I'm
maybe
just
slow
going
those
to try to
guys
do
down.
that. I'm just going to try to fire and see if I can put a pin on them.
Yeah.
So I need the order check. They're good.
Easily
so
pass.
there's a pin. I didn't move, but I have a pin.
You do. Yep.
So
So fives.
the LMG is going to be out of, or the SMGs will be out of range. So that means that I've got 4 rifles and the light machine gun. So it's going to be 8 shots total, hitting on 5s.
Okay. See what you got.
Well, that's 1 hit.
That's
so
one.
it's
That's the
another
pin. And we decided before that. Oh, actually, they move now. So am I in cover?
You definitely got hard cover because I
Okay.
can't see
Yep,
too
so-
many of you around there. Possibly killed one. Oh, he's got
Safe.
the cover.
But got the pin.
That's kind of all I really hope to do.
Yeah, that's just trying to slow me down.
Next one's you.
That's the problem is with already being turn 3s. I'm trying to take the long way around here, and it's going to take a while. All right, AT rifle advanced just up to there. It's got no shot because it's got a whole bunch of stuff in front of it. And it's me again, outstanding. Easy one. I'm just going to put this LT down. Somewhere on here down.
Next one is me.
Okay.
I'm going to put these guys in... Well, no, I'm just going to give them a fire order and see if that rifle shot can put another pin on that unit right there.
Okay.
Hit him. Put
Hits.
another pin. And did not kill anyone.
Okay.
Because they're
Yep,
veterans.
they're vets, yeah. But put another pin on them.
But that's good. Oh, last one. And I'm going to rally the Avery.
Okay.
He passed. He
Passed.
loses his pins. I did not want those 3 pins with that retard
All
mortar.
right, so all that work I've been working 3 pins.
3 dice.
So 3 to me. So we'll get them moving and we'll go show you what we're doing. So quick note, we forgot to remove one of the order dice when the mortar was killed in the barrage. So that has now gone. So rally on the LT. He passes. Figured he would. And finally these guys over here are going to try to activate with 2 pins on them. And they do. So they're going to remove a pin. And this is where I'm going to get somewhat cheeky. Because I'm going to advance them this way. Out of the flamethrower site.
For now.
For now. I'm going to make a move. I'm not giving you that easy shot. And then we're going to fire in on these guys. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I still have 9 shots.
With a pin.
Yep. 2, 4,
And you move.
6, 8, 9. Yep. So...
Do you have any SMGs in there?
Nope, but what we have to measure is what's within 6 inches and what's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
because now I moved some stuff. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 shots.
Everything's within 6 inches of at least one guy.
Okay,
So
so
point blank.
4.
So movement and point blank cancel each other out. Or movement and the pin and point
Yeah,
blank.
so
all
back to
cancel
4s
out. So
then.
you're at 4s.
All right, look at that. I still need to do something here or it's
Good.
going to be bad.
Hits.
So that is 5 hits total.
Not good.
Yeah, but this is not what I wanted to be doing.
Yeah, but they are commandos.
They are
And
commandos.
they're veterans. And there's only 7 of them, so you could do some damage here.
2.
1.
1, because they're vets, yeah.
Yep.
1. 1 dead.
And I guess we'll take out the rifle, even though he's the reloader. Somebody else can be the reloader, correct? Or is there a designated reloader?
So no, it's a designated loader.
Okay.
So if you lose him, it's a -1 to shoot with the pin. But if you want those those SMGs for assaulting here, it
Yeah.
may be best.
Well, yeah, let's just take out.
a -1 for shooting the LMG, or
He'll be the one of the SMG guys. I want to keep that reloader there for the
Okay.
Vickers K because it's got 5 shots.
it does.
They're
yeah.
already tough fighters because they're commandos,
True.
so that
True.
doesn't matter.
So
Okay, well that wasn't too bad. I only
No.
lost one guy. I'll take it.
this is the same thing that. So I usually run Finns, and I have my Kokoropushio, which are kind of the same thing as commandos. They're meant to come in, outflank, and harass. And usually that doesn't turn out as well for me because what happens is it's a very expensive unit to do what he's doing, but then they can be destroyed sometimes because now they're in the backfield. But that worked out for you.
Okay.
So
That's the end of the turn.
that is the end of turn. So we'll get cleaned up. We'll do the sweep and get ready for turn 4 already. So top of 4. What do we say? 15 for me, 9 for you. Order dice in the bag.
And the first one is
First one is me. Oh God.
decisions.
Decision paralysis here. So I got to do it. We're gonna activate this machine gun.
Ooh, he's gonna.
So I'm gonna advance and then fire. Advance to pivot. Well, I'm not touching it first because the rule is as soon as you touch it before you actually do its activation check, you always end up failing it. Passes. Pin goes away. He is going to pivot and unload 6 shots into your commandos. 2,
So he moved,
6.
but he is within point blank.
He is?
Yes.
Okay. So 4s, 5s go down to 3s.
Eek.
You want to go down?
Roll ones. No.
That is 6 hits.
Oh boy.
Here we go, though. They're vets. That's 3 dead vets.
Yep.
And that's a check.
It is, because that's 50% of what's left. So I think I'm gonna take.
Now the tough parts.
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna take the Vickers K out and his loader and leave 3 SMGs behind.
That might be best.
Only because I plan on moving,
Yeah.
and I mean I hate losing those 5 shots for the Vickers K. It's probably not going to make too much of a difference in the end, honestly.
Depends. I mean, I think it depends what you're trying to do. I mean, again, you're holding my stuff up
The
here.
order
So.
check.
Oh, the order check.
They failed it because
Oh.
10 plus 2
2.
pins.
So all that discussion, and they're gone.
All that, and there goes my chance to claim the objective in this game.
Well, now it kind of changes that you're just going to have to push very aggressively with your stuff.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but that's not usually my play style.
Here's the problem, though. If you push too aggressively, well, your infantry can push. Your Avery can move
Yeah.
over and deal with this stuff
Well,
coming into
I planned on doing that anyway. I thought the
Yeah.
Avery's going to have to go over and play defense.
Because if you abandon
although-
too much of your infantry, that armadillo's holding its own.
I mean,
It's
the
taking a
Avery,
beating.
the Avery can honestly move up and still cover
It could.
pretty much everything. I mean, it's got a turret, so that's something to consider.
It could.
But the question is, what do
I was
do
not
next?
expecting the machine gun to do that. I was just trying to put a pin on him, to be perfectly honest. Hey guys, machine guns are good in version 3.
Well, I think right now I'm not quite as worried about your guys moving up over here because everything I have is in cover.
Yeah.
But I am a little worried about the state of the Wasp over here. So the question is,
Well, that's why I was hoping the machine gun could do that work because I didn't want to waste the infantry if I could get the infantry to deal with the Wasp.
yeah. So I think I'm gonna. It's a shorter distance over here to hit these guys, but they probably won't be in the front arc. Oh, but I can pivot twice. You'll get hard cover, but can I actually see around? I mean, technically, I can run over that
You
because
can run
it's
over the wall,
tracked and
yep.
I can run over the wall.
Yep.
Am I gonna make it 9 inches? Probably. I think so.
Would it also be better to come up where you can still fire at me, but try to stay out of 6 inches so I'm not hitting you at point blank, which means I would have to
But
move.
I can hit you at point blank.
You could, yeah. Point
And
blank
that's-
works both ways, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it does a little bit. I'm just worried if I go up this way, am I going to actually be able to?
True. Yeah, get that
over here?
turning.
'Cause I have to
And
pivot,
honestly,
go there and pivot
this
again.
boy is back into it again.
I'm not too worried about him because I'm not sure he's going to.
Yeah, but that's what I was just saying. To come over this way to get a
Yeah.
good pivot, you may
But I think I'm
be.
going to go this way. I need an order check first, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
See all that discussion again.
A 9.
Nine.
Oh, God, I just
Passes.
barely passed it on a 9.
Passes on
That's a
a
little
nine.
scary. So we're going to go this way. So I can pivot a little bit because I get 2 pivots.
Mm-hmm.
You move up. I'll just run over that wall,
Yep.
and I can take another pivot up to 9.
Which, if that's a corner piece, you can destroy that wall.
Okay.
We like to play destructible terrain at our club, so
So we'll
there you go.
so we'll call that. That's an
I
advance.
get hardcover. Oh wait, not against a flamethrower.
So I'm hitting on a 3 with the flamethrower.
You are, because it's a 5, then goes back down to a 3.
Yep.
Now we get to
Hey, I
see
hit
the
it.
devastation of the flamethrower.
Does D6 hits because it's not D6 plus 1. It's a small vehicle threat.
Oh, is that how that works with that? Okay.
So it does 4.
4 hits
I'll take that. That's
at
it.
negative
I think it's a plus 3.
Plus 3. The old version 2 used to be a plus 3. I'm not sure.
So anything but a 1.
Yep, anything but, yeah.
And I rolled a 1, but 3
Okay, so 3 are dead.
dead. And number of pins, I believe is D6 plus 1 pins.
Yeah, I don't. Again, flamethrowers are all new to us guys. Page what, 97?
So that'd be 2. So,
So
3 pins total.
so 3 pins extra on it, and I have to take an immediate check.
Yep.
You do take a pin and give me a fuel check as well.
Yep. Fuel check.
Fuel
It's
check's good.
But I will take the pin.
And 4 pins on me is a 7, 8, 9,
11.
10, 11. They are gone.
Woo! All right.
Not what I needed. So
The wasp coming to life, doing some good.
that was good. So those guys are wiped. So
And that,
try not to get you guys nauseous by walking back and forth on the table, but those guys are wiped there. So the wasp did its duty.
and that frees up that whole table side for me.
Oh yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to do against that, because that wasp can just. Now the wasp can't claim the objective, but the wasp
Nope.
is just going to come down my flank here and just continue to barbecue.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awfully difficult for either one of us to get the objective in this game.
Yeah, at turn 4 right now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
All right, so the blob up here, the infantry have run up. The medic is chasing behind him, trying to do its thing. The platoon commander has moved there to try to give these guys some support here.
next one is me.
Next die is you.
I'm going to put the. Well, actually, I think I'm better off just firing. Those guys already did their thing.
Yep.
I know I've got 2 SMGs in range of those guys, and not in cover, I believe, is what we decided last time. Because I
from-
can see like
Those guys, I think, yeah, those guys were not in cover. Yep, yep,
So
because you
we
can
got
see 5 of the
4
4 or the
shots.
9.
that's 3 hits.
3
So
hits.
another pin on them.
Yep, and they are vets.
1 dead.
1 dead. Guy in the back didn't duck. There's always a guy in the back.
But that's okay. I really,
4 pins on those guys. Yeah.
That's what I really want to do is put another pin on them.
Yeah, that's gonna matter.
And then next one's
That
you.
is going to matter. Next one is me. Can I get 2 more, please? I love snapping 2, guys.
I've really got to start taking more platoons just so I have more.
I have
opportunities to snap
toyed
too.
with, actually, and I know Eric does all the time now. He has Russians, so it's different. But he even takes a company commander, and that thing now is like, if you had a company commander on that side there, I could put all that stuff snap 2 with 1 and be
You'd
done.
really never have to worry about pins unless you had more than
Yeah,
4.
plus 4 pin. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do some firing over here real quick. So he's gonna fire down the Avery again. Still needing that almighty 4 to hit. Hits on a 5. You got all kinds of hard cover there,
Oh, that's right.
so you can check that first. He passes the hard cover, so just the pin, and then the machine gun is gonna fire down at the infantry behind that wall. 6 shots. Again, needing 4s. So that's 4. And then to kill is going to be 5, so nothing, just the pin.
Yep.
Okay. That's all I got.
Well, you got a bunch more order dice in there.
I do have a bunch more order dice.
So that's not quite all you have.
It's the Italian horde. I was surprised going all veteran with these guys that I was able to get 17 order, but there's a lot of small units.
I'm going to have to try to fire again.
Yep.
Order check. Failed it again.
Failed it again.
Twice.
See, now I'm going to make it drive off the board now. Goes down again.
Man.
I mean, a foobar would be great so it could turn and fire at the Piat team.
You could, possibly.
Well, since he didn't move, we're going to try to fire the light mortar, who's ranging in on the Armadillo.
On a 5.
On a 5.
Ooh, he
Hits
hit
on
him.
6. Now we need to look up the rules on open top vehicles and artillery.
Well, I know you're definitely going to put pins on it. Well, so it's going to be a top armor shot,
Yep. So it's an 8. It's only an HE1,
but it's +2 pen.
but it's +2 because it's top armor, right?
Yes. So that means it's a +3 pen, and it's a 7+ armor. Plus you're in the... Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's just do this first. So it's a
Okay.
2 plus. It's only an HE1, so
Right.
that's only a 1. So it's a 3.
So it's a 5. It still does not penetrate the armor.
Correct.
But it'll do pins. And I believe the number of pins...
Is it D2 on a HE1?
It's D2.
So one
One
pin.
more pin.
All right.
All right.
But I'm ranged in now.
You are, and I'm not moving yet. So I've either got to try to kill that sucker, or
Yeah.
it'll be easier to move if I can. But I got to pass an order check to do that. Obviously,
This is
that's
true.
a little bit difficult for
This
me right
is
now.
true.
Another one for you.
Another one for me. Let's try to take out your commander up there. The platoon commander on the roof. Hits on a 6.
What is it, an HE1?
No, it's a sniper,
Oh, the sniper.
but misses.
Well, you still put a pin on him.
Yep, put the pin.
All right, well,
Making things work.
yep. You again. Man, you still got too many order dice.
Well, here, give me 2 more then. We're gonna snap
Maybe
2
I'll
over
actually
here.
pull one of mine next time.
All right, so we're gonna snap 2. He's gonna just go on ambush. We are going to advance and advance so they can both pivot and fire on your wasp over there. Because I think the rules for snap 2 say you have to declare everything before you do anything.
So can a bigger artillery piece pivot and direct fire?
It can. It's considered advance as
so
a
it's
rotate.
just another
Yeah.
+1 to hit.
So we're gonna activate this thing first. It won't be able to range in. So now I'm dedicating everything to try to kill that. And if I kill on round 1, that thing is now wasted because you have to declare everything first.
Okay.
So activating this bad boy with the pin, it passes. He pivots. It does count as an advance. He's going to fire at the wasp in hard cover over there. Misses on a 1. He is going to advance. This now goes away because I moved. He's going to hit on a 6.
Ooh. And what's his penetration value?
So I don't know if you want to do your cover first before we can see. 'Cause
Oh,
he
do I
does
get
get.
cover?
You did get hard cover.
Are you sure?
Maybe not from that actually.
I'd say probably not, because if you're looking at...
Yeah, I don't-
I've got to be at
that's
least
tough.
50% in
50%.
cover from the center of your gun, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's
No?
less than
Okay.
50% in cover. So I don't think I got cover there.
Yeah, it's tough. As a friendly game, I'd probably. But yeah, that's. Let me see, guys. Sorry, I'm looking at paperwork here. Howitzer. It's HE3. All right, so howitzer hit. It is an HE3. That's going to be an 8.
That's going to penetrate. It's a 7+, I believe. Yep.
All right, penetrating shot. It's a 6.
He's dead.
That's a destroyed wasp.
Oh. Well, that's all right. He did his job. We'll.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would have been nice, I'm sure, for you if you would have gotten a couple more things. But,
Yeah, but it's awfully hard when you get one shot,
yeah.
and if you don't get anything on that one shot, it's kind of
Yep.
wasted.
Well, I feel better now because it's turn 4 and my howitzer has not done anything. So it at least did something for the game now.
It's a moral victory.
So that's all it is.
There we go.
Wasp in smoke. And dice
Yeah,
has
I
been
was
added
kind
to
of
the
hoping the
graveyard.
Wasp might roll up that side.
What's the points on that thing?
The Wasp, veteran Wasp costs 95 points,
Oh, geez. Okay.
which is
Platoon
not-
of those things?
it's not terrible. Yeah, imagine having a bunch of those. I could see the value in doing so. All right, I think we got to do this. I've got to run this unit up.
Yeah, well, now that everything on that side has done something.
Yeah, and hopefully next turn I can advance and put a little bit of fire on something. But I've also got to try to do something to get some.
Yeah, I have no infantry on that side. That's.
Yeah.
I had.
Also, I got to try to also divert some of your fire
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to
over
now.
there. Right. So now you've got to deal with it.
You are sneaking up along the wall, trying to be sneaky.
All right. I guess we're going to do an advance order with the Avery. I got to do an order check. I've been failing these. No, the Avery's
Pass it on
passing.
to 7.
He's passing.
We're gonna end up playing this battle longwise by turn 6. All your stuff's gonna be down here, and all my stuff's gonna be up there.
Yeah, maybe. We're just going to go side to side. All right. So I've got a hull-mounted medium machine gun that can fire at your anti-tank gun up there.
Yep.
And I've got the petard mortar or the coaxial machine gun that I can fire down the line. I figure, why have a petard mortar if you're not going to use it?
Yeah.
That sucker. I'll fire the petard mortar at this unit,
Okay.
and I'll fire the hull-mounted machine gun up here at this unit. Looks like I've got the 1-inch clearance in my own unit. so
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep. I'd say that's a good shot.
All right, so the machine gun up there is going to need 5s to hit. Nope.
Nothing there.
The
That's
petard
safe.
mortar is also going to need a 5.
If that hits on a
hits.
6,
Ooh.
of course. 4-inch.
Yep.
You got it, or?
Yeah, I got it. I can reach over here. So, I'd say I'm going to hit, depending on how I do it, 1, 2, 3. That would be 7 right there. I can get 8. So 8 guys.
8 dudes.
But I am firing over this wall, so you're going to get hard cover.
I am, thankfully. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Them's the rules, I guess.
Anything but a 1. All right, so 7 guys could potentially buy it.
Okay, and they are 7 guys. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'll save 2.
Not too good. So you lost 4.
5.
You lost 5, and
5
they
dudes.
have 2 pins.
2 pins and a check.
4, 5. Yeah, 'cause that is no.
Nope, the medic.
2, 3,
This
4,
is the
5,
medic.
6. Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
So, yeah, so 3, 4, 5. Oh no, there was 10 guys over there. I forgot. That was a full
Yep.
fresh squad. So how many pins? You said 2, right? Okay. I forgot that was the one squad that hadn't been touched yet because they were hiding around the side the whole time.
Yep.
So 5 dudes dead, 2 pins.
That's all right. I was more concerned about whittling them down a bit
Check.
because
Pile of Italian graveyard over here.
full strength unit coming at me does.
Yeah, well, that will definitely do it now. And of course, because you decided to do the mortar, my medic over there couldn't do anything about it because it's HE. So the only thing I have left is AT rifle, which I keep blocking myself. So let's try to activate these guys. I do have 2 pins on me, but
4 pins on.
4 pins, but the platoon's right there, so it's only really acting as 2s. That was the thought in my head. 6, so it'll pass.
They already had. Oh, you just put the order.
Yeah, I just put the advance on them. So lose a pin, and we're gonna get these guys moved. All right, so they obviously passed their activation, have moved up, and I have an open shot at the armadillo. 8 shots, just looking for a pin. So as long as I get one of those, it's pinned. Can't damage it, but put the pin on it.
Yep.
3 pins.
All right.
The last thing I need is that thing opening up as I come charging across the open area there. Yeah, there we go.
And now you're in 12. So now you get the Piat.
Piat to the chest. Did you tighten that sprig? He tightened the
hit it.
sprig.
Does the Piat have an HE value?
So I know it does against buildings,
Okay, but
but
against.
yeah, against infantry it just kills one really well.
Oh,
Well, it rolled, but it's a
It
pin.
did and it didn't, but you get a pin.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I really
Just bounced
expected
off the
was-
dude's chest.
Next one's you.
Knocked the wind out of him a little bit. Anti-tank rifle just shifted over. Is going to fire down at the daisy chain along the wall there. If he can shoot me with the Piat, then I'm going to shoot him with an anti-tank rifle. No, I'm not. Alright.
Well, I'm going to do a fire order on this infantry unit.
Yep. So that was my last die. He's got 2 in the bag.
Commander's here, so I'm good. They go down to 1 pin. Still going to hit only on 5s, but I'm going to fire this unit
those
right
poor
here.
guys open in the open there.
And I should be able to get, I don't know if this guy, well, he's a loader anyway. So, yeah, everybody else should be able to fire that can.
Okay.
So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. Because the others are SMGs, and I don't think I'm within 12 of the SMGs. No, the SMGs are in range. So hitting on 5s. So that is 3 hits, so there's another pin on them. Now out in the open, let's get some 5s. Alright, one guy's dead.
Guy in the back who's actually crouched didn't duck far enough.
Alright,
And eats it.
take it. And finally I have the unit up here. They're on the rooftop. I guess technically they could go around and run down the stairs.
They
maybe.
could. There's stairs in that building, yep.
So I think they'll probably do that. They're not going to do any good sitting up there, so it'll be about 3 to get back here, about 4 to get down the stairs, and they get another 8, right?
You move
Oh,
what,
wait, that's
7?
7. Okay,
So if we
5
math
more.
correctly, 5 more inches.
So we'll go up to here. So that's a run order,
Alright.
and that's it.
That's it. Turn 4. Same as always, clear up the table, and we'll be back. Top of turn 5. First die is me. Oh, so many things. Well,
Should we try the assault?
no, these guys are ranged in.
Oh, on the
Yeah, on the armadillo. So,
Okay.
needing a 2.
1.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh,
The first die of the game, the turn, and I wasted on that.
You whiffed.
That shouldn't have been a waste. That should have been a hit. That's alright.
Next one's you again. Anyway.
Alright, activated him. He's moving up 6 inches.
This guy?
Yeah.
Just right up to about there?
Yep, up to about there.
Alright.
Yep, that's just so he can plop in the center
Not
there.
snapping?
I know, because he wasn't within 6 of them to start.
Oh. Sure?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You get another one.
Alright, so now we'll do some things. Oh god, 10. I'm just looking at, they have 5 on them, so 5, so a 7. I would need a 7 to pass them.
Well, you got a... That's an exactly average roll.
This is turn 5 though, isn't it?
It is.
Let's do it. I'm going to try to run these guys. They have 5 pins on, platoon commander right there.
Well, if they fail, they go down. 8.
8. They go down.
Okay.
And that's going to be a game, because there's no way I'm going to get there now.
I'm okay with that. Next one's you again. Because
Yeah, so those guys moved up 6
Fire
inches.
2 shots.
Think I got 2 there?
Yeah, this guy over here.
Okay,
Kinda-
2 shots, needing a 5. There we go.
There
Good
you
thing
go.
I had 2
Another
dice to
pin.
do it.
Another
Pin on the armadillo.
That's all right. The armadillo's going to probably just rally at some point anyway.
No, what's going to happen is going to rally this turn, and then as I get on the objective, turn 6, it's going to open up with everything
That's kind of the idea.
and decimate.
That's what I'm hoping to do.
Well, let's put a shot on your LT up on the hill there with my sniper.
Yep.
It's going to hit
Hits.
on a 5.
Yep.
It's not going to do anything on a 2.
But you
Worst
pinned him.
sniper ever.
Yeah, you got a pin.
Yeah.
Pulled 2 of mine. I get 1. All right. I think the first thing we're
The
going
time to do things, yeah.
I think I'm just going to put 6 machine gun shots on that anti-tank gun up there.
Okay.
Got to try to clear a little bit of
No main gun?
path. No, I'm more confident in just putting hits on you with the machine gun.
Okay.
So hitting on 4s, and that's 4 hits.
Okay, that is veteran. And it's in the open, so.
1 kill.
Well, that dropped him down to 1, so that's a 50%. That's a pin and a morale check. 8, 9, good with the platoon commander right there. But now he's down to solo dude, so he's always going to be 1 harder to hit, or to shoot, I should say.
Me again. I think I've got to advance the infantry.
Here they come.
Yep. Well, the question is, who do I advance? Do I move these guys over here, or do I advance the big infantry conga line? I think the infantry line has to get up there, and I think they're still going to be in good shape if I only go up 6, so we're going to go up 6, so I'll go to here. That'll be the advance. I'll just make a beeline up there.
Yeah.
And so they're going to put fire on... What's the commander armed with?
SMG.
SMG. I think we're going to... Oh, well, actually, we don't have a good shot on him. We're going to have to put the fire on the anti-tank gun here.
Okay. Oh, this should be on a 1 out of 5.
Within 12. Yeah, I got a good number of guys within 12. There's an SMG guy back here. I don't know if he's within 12. Probably not. But we got 1 SMG, a light machine gun, and then a bunch of rifles. So the SMG is going to hit on 4s. Nope, he misses. Light machine gun, and then let's see, 1. I think we got 5 rifles, and those are all going to hit on 5s. 2 hits.
2 hits. Veteran.
There we got him.
There we go. He's dead as well. Remove a die from the bag.
We remembered to remove a die.
Yay. Hey, look at that. The objective reappeared.
Hey, there it is.
There it is, hiding all along under the bodies.
There somewhere.
Well, crap. All right, so he's dead as well.
This one's you.
So where do you have to go? You have them, pretty much everything you have to go. That's not good. AT rifle.
Yeah, you gotta try
Fire down at those guys again.
Hitting on a 4.
Hits on a 6. It's a +2.
Oh.
It rolls a 1.
Well, how many pins is it?
It's just 1 pin.
Just 1 pin? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have an HE value, so.
Ah.
Me again. Fire order on the AT gun.
Okay, yep.
Straight down at the Avery there. Misses on a 3.
Yay.
Actually, you know what we've forgotten this whole stinking time?
What's that?
AT guns get a +1 to hit because of sighted ends.
Firing at a vehicle, you're right.
So 3 will hit.
Yep.
Hey guys, rules of version 3. Sorry. So, cover safe because you do get cover. I totally forgot about that rule. I don't think it.
Saved?
So I saved it anyway.
But you got a pin.
Yeah. I don't think actually you have anything that had AT
No, you know
guns
what?
on
I
it.
have
So.
not. Well, you don't have any vehicles anyway. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
yeah, I don't have. You're right. I don't have any anti-tank guns in this list.
Yeah, it would have probably mattered for me for the first half of the game hitting things, but
Well,
oh
you know
well.
what? You have hit the Avery a good. number
Actually,
of
yeah,
times,
I don't think I've missed.
No, I don't think you
I don't
have.
think I've missed.
So it wouldn't. Have, I don't think it's mattered.
Yeah.
Just yet.
Well, that's good then. We didn't screw things up too
Although
bad.
you might have fired at this sucker with.
Rifle doesn't have it because it's our
okay.
AT rifle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would only been him and the dude you just killed. The medium howitzer made a tactical retreat into the corner there to face down this way. Just went like that. There we go. Hopefully it's out of charge range. I can't pre-measure, but
Well, keep in mind that unit already activated this turn.
yeah. No, I'm just prepping up for the final hurrah on the last turn here.
I think you should just do a Leroy Jenkins with your commander over there.
Should I? Medium machine gun. Ran over there to get into a defensive position for that as well. I'm very much on the defensive end right now, as you can tell.
We're going to do a fire order with the Piat on that unit. Actually, we'll do it on the unit that advanced right here.
Okay.
They
God, Piat in the chest.
and killed somebody.
Okay.
You do get hard cover because most of your unit is in cover from the Piat, right?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
5. No, and I gave you. I tried to help you. I tried to help you.
All we're doing here, guys, is letting you see our logo some more is really all we're trying to do.
Well, that's all you're doing.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. Left and right.
This one's me. Let's put a fire order on the LT. You know what? Hey, why don't I snap 2? Because I always forget to do that.
There you go.
So we'll do a fire order for both the LT and the unit here.
Okay.
Because why not? The LT is going to fire at this unit if he passes his order
Yep,
check.
firing down the small unit there.
Passed his order check. He's got 1 pin still. So it's the 4 SMG shots, which are hitting on 5s now. 1 hit,
Another pin.
and nobody's dead.
Nobody's dead with the pin.
Unit over here, order check. Oh, they failed.
11.
Well, no, the LT is there. So 10, 11 plus 2 is a 9.
Yeah, should be good.
Oh, wait, no, so they still failed, right?
We are an 11, which goes down to a 9 because
But
of the
plus
LT.
2 it is an 11. Oh, so they do pass.
Yeah, because they only have 1 pin on you. Yep.
I thought
Yeah.
an 11 always failed.
So,
Oh, you can't get better than 10 morale.
correct.
Okay. So it does. It still works.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pretty sure that's how we've always played. Is yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I can't remember how many shots we had before. I'm going to fire it this
Yeah,
unit.
because I'm just thinking out here because the platoon commander brought you down under. So you're at because you're at 10, 11, 12, but then minus the 1, you're 11. You're good.
Okay. So firing at this unit, I believe we said 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shots total.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, 8 shots total. I was thinking 5. It's 4 shots. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
8 shots. Okay.
Because the SMGs are not in range, I don't believe. I thought they were just out. They are just out.
8 shots.
So hitting on 4s. That's 5 hits.
Oh, and that's straight in the open. So
You're
5.
veterans?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're down, so you will.
I am
recover.
down.
1 dead possibly.
Yep. So down just gives you
Give
plus
you
2
light cover.
light cover. So
You
passing on,
saved
saved on a 6.
But
But that pin,
Thankfully,
man, those guys are.
yeah,
They're probably gonna just kind of take a breather the last turn of the game here. Oh, which we didn't decide. Are we rolling off for a turn 7, or are we just gonna call it at 6?
I guess we'll decide that after.
Yeah, we usually play because we're used to our tournament size that we usually just do a call it at 6, but technically I guess it's supposed to go till 7. We're gonna advance this guy to here, and he's gonna fire 2 shots at you there.
Okay.
It's the first time he's fired the thing, and you might as well take it off safety.
Roll 1s.
1 hit.
1 hit. All right. Veterans. Oh, you killed somebody.
Killed him.
Oh, insult to injury.
Yeah.
We'll take off the rifle in the back.
It's always the guy in the back, never ducks. And the pin. All right, cool.
Well, in this case, I want to make sure I'm as close to the objective as I can be.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it works.
Next one's me. I have 1 left. You have 3. We got to rally the rally the Dillo.
Rally the Dillo.
He failed on 11.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
He goes down.
he goes down. So there we go. That probably
he's-
just saved me.
He's probably out of the game.
Yeah, that probably just saved me a whole lot of trouble in the last round, or
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
second to last round.
provided you can pass the order checks with all those pins on you. But you have a chance. You got your commander
I
there.
could. I don't know if I'm gonna.
And I realized all this time I probably should have been taking some shots at the commander to get that.
Medic
morale
is just
down.
gonna move up to get those other ways. Gonna move up to there. Okay. Which he, would have been nice if he was near the guys in the first place when they actually were finally getting shot at something besides HE, and he could do something.
So it'll be me and then your last 2.
Yep.
So my last guy is right here. I really wanted you to go before me, but you could have just put him in. Well, you're going to have to turn.
I'd have to
anyway.
turn him, yeah, because if I'd put him in ambush, he'd have been stuck that way.
but I only have SMGs on these guys, which means I've got to be within 12 to shoot at you.
Yeah, I don't know if a 6 around that building would get you there.
But I'm going to have to try. So the 6 around the building will put me right up, just there. So we're going to see. Well, you know what? It gives me hard cover anyway.
Yeah.
And it's within 12.
It is within 12.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Well, you're going to have hard cover regardless.
Yep.
But that gives me 4 shots.
4 shots needing 4s. Ooh, look at that.
4 hits. Ooh.
Look at that.
Ooh. Are they better than 2?
They are regular on that one.
Regulars. 4s. 1 dead.
So 1 passes the cover,
Save it,
but
he's
to
got
take
a
the pin.
Is there only 1 guy left in that?
2 guys.
Two guys.
Yeah, I keep wondering how many are left. All right, so all I have left are 2 dice, which are these guys, which are just going to move up to here,
And then that machine gun.
and then that machine gun, which is going to try to activate and try to hopefully shoot something. So they activate. They're going to advance this way. Need to make sure that I can hit both the guys. So if I advance that way,
Yeah, you're good.
we'll stay right there. 6 shots at
5s.
them there. Needing 5s because I moved. It's gonna be 2.
Okay. Shooting at the 2 guys who shot at you?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
observer there. No hits, or no wounds, I should say, just a hit.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the end of turn 5.
Should be turn 5, go to turn 6, get cleaned up as normal. So, alright, here we are. Turn 6. And first one is me, out of the box. Alright, so that whole mess that was along the wall here, they passed their check.
Now I've got to
Snap
deal with
to the LT. Yeah, so now they're probably going to die, but he's got to put everything on them if he wants them to not try to take the game.
Yep.
Sniper is going to fire at the LT on the roof. It's going to hit with a 6, which I always do, and then I roll like a 1. Oh, I rolled a 3, which is actually a damage.
So you killed him. Oh,
So-
well, he's got his cover, right? No,
Snipers,
don't
nope,
get cover.
snipers to get cover, so the LT is dead.
But the other 2 guys remain, correct?
They do remain. Yeah, you just lost your bonus of them.
Yep. Ah, well, he didn't do much anyway.
Well, yeah, yeah. He needs to stop issuing out that buffer is really all I was worried about. So the LT snapped 2. He's moved up. He's going to fire 2 shots down at the riflemen. He gave them a fire order. That I think I can see the rifleman on the end clearly.
Sure.
And then he put these guys on ambush.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's over the strain piece, but we didn't say that that's blocked.
Yeah, we just said the rock
Yeah,
hills.
you can definitely see
I think I'm within 24 inches of those guys. Would you mind throwing a tape down? The rifle. Those guys
Yep,
are?
you're within 24.
Okay,
Yep.
so 2 rifle shots down, needing 5s. Nada. And then he's going to fire down at the needing a 4. Nada. No. So all I needed was to put pins on them and everything failed. Cool. Cool.
You again.
Me
Man.
again.
I haven't pulled one of mine yet.
Yeah, well, you'll have the whole back half to do something. AT rifle is going to fire down. You need to put a pin on him. Puts a pin on him. And they're what?
Veterans? Oh, you killed
Killed
another
one.
guy. Another dude in the back. Bites the dust.
So So all of my entire army is going to teach the sniper how to fire eventually.
Well, so whether or not I can actually take your objective is going to depend entirely on whether or not I pass that order check.
That's what I'm trying to do right now is just pin
But
game.
Before I can do that, I'm going to first do a fire order to try to take out this machine gun.
Yeah,
Because if
good call.
If I don't do that, I don't think I really have much of a chance. So, hitting on 4s. 2 hits.
2 hits. There's 2 dudes there. They're regulars too. One
possible.
One possible.
Got to cover.
6. I just bounced it off my LT's head, so that
got a
helped.
pin.
But he's got the pin. Yeah, I didn't have enough points to make. He was the one dude I had to drop to regular because I didn't have enough points.
You get.
Man,
All right,
it's getting
so
dicey.
I think this is what I've got to try to do. I'm going to put the petard mortar on that machine gun,
Yep.
and I'll put the hull-mounted gun on your commander in the back.
Okay.
But I need to pass an order check. You passed.
Passed it. And gunfire in there as well.
So the petard mortar.
Big money. No whammy. It's a hit.
hits.
4 inches.
Yeah, and
You'll get the-
maximizing, I'll hit some of that.
So if you maximize, you'll get 2 of the howitzer dudes too.
Okay, and how many guys are left on that?
There's
machine
2 dudes on a machine gun.
gun? Okay, 2 dudes on the machine gun. One of them dies,
Okay.
and the other one, well, and the other one's got a pin. 2 pins total now, and an
Okay,
order
so
check,
2
right?
pins and an order check because there's 1 dude left. Let's see if it's even worth putting a dice to 1 or if he's just going to run.
8, 9, 10. He runs.
He runs because he's regular. Oh no!
All right.
No! Not having enough points failed me right there.
And then the 3 machine gun shots on the commander.
You hit these guys too.
Oh, that's right.
You had 2 guys there.
2 of them.
Yeah.
And they're both dead, although they do get cover. Remember, your other guy got cover too because it's...
Oh,
It's
that's
not
right.
being
That's right. It's
direct.
direct. So here's for the machine gun guy. Because there's 2 guys on a machine gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the 2 machine gun guys are both
They
dead
wouldn't-
anyway.
They wouldn't have gotten it anyway.
This is for the howitzer.
And they don't get it either.
Don't get it either.
Oof.
They dropped to 50%. How many pins on them?
2.
So they passed, but they're down to 2 dudes
And 2 pins.
and 2 pins.
All right.
Get a quick recap of that. Alright, so machine gun is gone. Failed the saves on them as well. Howitzer lost these 2 dudes that were right here. So 2 left and 2 pins.
And then the hull-mounted machine gun against your commander hanging out in
Yep.
the back. Needing 4s. That's 3
3.
hits. Ooh.
Alright, and he's regular. All my LT's regular.
And he's dead because he's not in cover.
Yep,
Right.
dead LT. So do me a favor, remove me 2 dice out of the bag, please.
Oh, yeah. We should remember to do that.
See, this is where these. knew I was going to lose the dice count, so I had to win the game because by secondary I was going to lose.
That one's you again?
Oh, gee, I can do something now. Oh yeah, this guy's dead. He shouldn't be here.
Oh, I was wondering if that guy was
He respawned.
hanging out doing something good there.
I don't really have much left. Do I have anything left in the bag? I do for my
You
artillery.
have 1.
Here we go. I'm going to try to drop another 2 down the armadillo since I'm ranged in. I'm on a 1 misses.
one.
You got to be kidding me. My
Well,
guys are tired.
I mean, there's no point in rallying him, so I'm going to have to try to pass
shoot,
a really
yeah.
difficult order check at some point. Yeah, there's no point in activating those guys yet.
Yeah, because they can just pretty much stroll to the objective and hope they don't die.
All right, so
Which-
we're going to put a fire order on your lieutenant from the
Oh, poor LT.
PI. 3 misses. I should have fired these guys because it would have been a point-blank shot.
Yeah.
Let's do a fire order. Oh, man, I really want to take out that lieutenant, but
Yeah, but
I really need... Well, so I'm going to try to take out the lieutenant. I'm going to do a fire order from these guys if they can
Okay.
pass their order check. Which
They
they
pass.
do. They're at point blank shooting at him.
yep.
That's 4 SMG shots needing 2s to hit.
With 1 pin.
Oh, that's right.
So 3.
So 4 would go to 5 down to 3s. So 3 hits on him.
Okay. He's regular.
And he's dead.
He's dead. You can move him as well.
Yep. I probably should have tried to do that a long time ago, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's alright. Bleeding dice now.
Oh, that's you.
This dude's just gonna rally. I got nothing else I could do.
Yeah.
Well, I really could Hail Mary it with my observer on them.
On these guys.
Let's do that. Because this guy's about dead anyway.
Yeah. What's...
Yeah, so they have 2 pins on them.
Yep, order check.
8, 9, 10, they pass.
The veteran.
Yeah. So using the observer here,
Needs a 6.
down on those guys, we're going to Hail Mary it on a 6. Oh,
I
that's
get
the opposite of a 6.
But remember to take a pin off from just
Yep.
in case it matters. Alright, I don't know why I'm sifting through the bag because
This should all be yours now.
let's just see for shits and giggles
Oh, God.
if I can actually
This is a
pass
big
this
one, guys.
order check.
4 pins. 4 pins. If he passes,
7, 8, well, no. He goes down.
God. That'll wipe that 4-man squad right there.
Alright, so these guys are going to have to do an advance order
Yep.
just to get enough clearance to
Get some shots on me.
Yep. I'm kind of shorting myself here a little bit because they should be able to move up a little more than I'm moving them, but... Alright, so point blank on these guys.
Yeah.
We got 4 SMG shots hitting on 2s.
2s, yep.
And of course I roll a 1 there. We've got 4 light machine gun shots. Moving would make it 5. Takes it down to 3 for point blank. And then,
one a
let's
turn.
see, we got, so one of them's a loader, 4 rifles, also on 3s, I believe,
Should be.
so 3 more hits. Alright,
So 9, needing 5s because they are vets.
so 2 dead,
2 dead.
which is half.
So pin anyone but the guy pointing, if you don't mind. Remove 2 of them.
Anyone but him?
Yeah, his NCO.
Alright, those 2.
7, 8, 9, 10. They just passed.
Uh-oh. And that's going to be a problem for me because you could potentially
Possibly.
win this.
But so could you over here now.
I got to pass an order check. Doing a 7. They passed the order check.
Ah, crap.
So down to 2 pins, and they're going to have to do... I guess I may as well
I
make it
should
a
have
run.
fired to
order.
put more pins on you instead of an ambush. That's alright. I had different plans.
I mean, I could... well, I've got to... I'm going to do a run because I think a 6 would get me within 3, but I'm not sure. So I'll just do a run order.
Yeah.
It would have gotten me.
It would have,
within
yeah.
3,
But
yeah.
sometimes you never know. Well, I'm going to fire at you, obviously, as you run across.
Oh, with that... Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Instead of putting on ambush, I should have just fired on you there. But my thought was I was going to have have you in a pincer here, a pincer, but then you wiped off that whole side. So
You on 4s.
no dead.
All right.
That doesn't matter anyway.
That's okay. All right. So at the end of the turn...
Yep. Now we go to the rules because now we got
Yep,
stuff to
I
happen
think we got
here.
to roll a die.
Battles.
Demolition. On a 4+, the enemy base is destroyed. So you roll a 4+ for mine, and I roll
Am I
a 4+
within 3?
for yours. You're just
Okay.
within 3.
So end of turn 6, I'm within 3 over there. So 4+, that base is destroyed. It is destroyed, but
You win.
he rolled a 3, which means he did not destroy over here. So I kaboomed before him. That is ridiculous.
That's as close as it could get.
Ridiculous.
That's all right. It was a good game.
All right, so end real quick here. We'll get this cleaned up and talk real quick, but there we go. End of turn 6. His last die, he tried to do it, and I got it there. So we'll be right back with end of remarks. Okay, so we're back with final thoughts and remarks. So the game ended up being a Italian victory with primary, simply because I was able to roll a 4 and destroy his objective. He was on the objective over here, but rolled a 3, so could have been a draw, but unfortunately, the last die roll of the game failed him a little bit. Talking secondary objectives, obviously he wiped me on secondary objectives, which I kind of knew was going to happen going into it, simply because I had a lot of small units. But the funny thing is, most of my small units are still on the table. You wiped out 2 full infantry squads.
The scary stuff.
Yeah, a machine gun, my medium mortar right away, 1 AT rifle.
2 lieutenants.
2 lieutenants, yeah, I took them. So again, having lots of LTs are great because I was able to do a lot of snap too, but they're easy picking targets. Now, taking extra guys with them may help, but I don't know if it's worth the points or not. So,
but veterans definitely seem to be worthwhile because they're really hard to kill, especially in cover.
yeah.
So, veteran machine guns, veteran mortars, even pretty difficult to kill.
Yeah, I definitely think you'll start to see more veterans in version 3.
I think the moral of the story in this game is I failed so many order checks with a veteran vehicle.
How about that?
4, I think I failed 4, but one of them, it had 4 pins on it. I
Yeah.
kind of expected to fail that one. But at least 3 order checks that I should have probably passed.
Yep. So I know people have mixed feelings about version 3. One thing I will say is this is still a game about pins, which I've always said that pinning is a game. You don't have to kill, you just have to pins, and not having anything to deal with this Avery was hard for me, but I was able to put enough pins on it that at least for 1 round you weren't able to shoot at me because you had to rally. So, like, pinning is still a thing, and that armadillo, like, that thing, that honestly, that autocannon and those 360 LMGs terrified me so much that I probably put more firepower into that in this game than I probably should have. I probably should have focused on some other things, but it ended up working because of pins. So, final thoughts on the games, version 3 in general, because this is still kind of new to us. Got any?
The Avery hit more than it probably should have, and that was devastating when it did.
Don't bunch up when your opponent has a 4-inch template.
I don't know.
This just kind of, this my whole right flank over here. You played that beautifully, and they just collapsed. If I could, I probably should drop a few cheap things and put a transport truck in this list, and it'd be fun with as much infantry as I have.
It's hard to win. It's hard to feel like you're winning the match when your opponent has so many more order dice.
Yeah.
So that's definitely still a thing, is the order dice battle.
So, and that was one of the things I know a lot of people have talked about in version 3 that I'm still, like you said, like the order dice spam, and I think in version 3 now is like you're starting to see armies with more order dice than we've seen before. So order dice spam, I think, is still going to be a thing. How you achieve it may be different than the old inexperienced blobs, but like when you looked at size comparison of our 2 forces, that they were both 1250 is kind of crazy. I agree. And I was just able to do more because I had more dice. And that's the other thing too. So again, I'm used to playing Finns. I'm used to having lower order dice. And I used to never snap 2 because I didn't want to waste the dice. But when I have 17 dice in the bag and I outnumber you, I don't mind snapping 2 here and there because I've got the dice to do it.
But I think the other thing I would add is, even though you had so many more order dice than I did, it was still a pretty even match.
It was.
Right up to the end.
And you were still, honestly, like even on my right flank, your left flank, you were still outmaneuvering me with less dice.
Yeah, it's just hard when you don't have as many units. But when you have so many small units, like you said, I didn't really get the small units. I was too focused on getting rid of these big units.
Yep.
Because they were scared. They were putting more fire on me.
And I mean, and this is the first time I've really ever run 4 10-man infantry blobs. And I've got the medic with him. Now, he didn't do anything this turn for this game, but it's a lot of infantry.
But I guess the question is, what's better, taking fewer veteran vehicles or more regular vehicles? And I'm not sure.
My scary thing with regular vehicles is my AT rifle would be able to put pins on that Avery with an armor of 10 if it was regular. That's why, like, you're almost forced to take veteran vehicles now.
Well,
And
I think something like the Avery, I would definitely take as a veteran.
yeah.
The Wasp, I might take that as a regular to save some points on it. Same with the Armadillo, I might take that as a regular too.
I think taking. I know everyone's afraid of open topped. I think taking open topped with regular, because small arms can pin it anyway.
Right.
You're not really worried about a +2 AT rifle.
You're not really losing anything except a possible, one morale.
Morale bump to it, yeah. So that's a good point as well. So
And I guess one final thought would be play the objective, because in this scenario,
yeah,
we did that at the very end, but it went down to the wire. And this was one in which you really kind of, unless you're just overwhelming your opponent, it's probably going to be at the very end of the game that you're going to actually get there and be able to contest that objective, because you don't really want to get up there too soon and risk your units getting wiped out. Although if you do get up there soon and you roll and you have a unit living at the end of the turn and you roll 4 or more, you're going to win right away. But I would say, just like any other game, play the objectives.
and that's a good point, because that is one thing I always have a hard time and have to remind myself is play the objectives. And I think with the new scenario system, like playing demolition with meeting engagement is different than playing it with prepared positions where we're already on the table, because we were starting at the board edge, especially for you not being able to run turn 1.
Except I didn't have any artillery, so it didn't really affect me. It made the distance I could move in that first turn.
Right, it shortens you 6 inches from trying to get onto the objective.
Maybe that had an effect.
Yeah, and because you maybe could have been up a little further and moving from there. So I think, going into it is knowing. One of my biggest problems with any type of tabletop gaming is I become more reactionary than anything. So I'm reacting to what my opponents are doing the whole time, which you still have to do. But I think especially with the new scenario system and any type of game system you have, going into it knowing what the scenario is, what the mission is, and coming up with a plan and doing your best to stick to it in itself. Because you did get me with that, because over here I was going to actually come around this building and kind of push in, but when it was turn 3 and I was only here, I realized that wasn't going to happen because I was too slow on a draw. So yeah, remembering what your objectives are, because really, again, when you started collapsing my right flank, like, I had committed all good infantry to this side. I had nothing to do over here other than remembering that I needed to get to that objective. That's why moving that squad of 4 dudes up there was a complete Hail Mary. I didn't think they were going to survive. The only reason I did that was to get you to dedicate more forces to it, to get you to forget about the scenario and the objective, but you still did it.
And I think one of the things I could have done to maybe win the game was focus on taking out your lieutenant sooner. So I guess that would be another lesson for this version is take out your opponent's commanders.
Yep.
Maybe I focused too much on the big blobs and didn't focus enough on taking out the lieutenants.
Especially if you're outnumbered like you were, and I can snap 2-3 units at a time.
But it also makes the pins kind of meaningless.
Yeah.
If you have a lieutenant with a +2 morale bubble, having 2 pins doesn't do anything. So yeah, focus on the objectives, take out the commanders. And I tend to play a little bit conservatively too. I don't usually play moving up really aggressively. In this scenario, you kind of need to be aggressive to get near that base.
And I would think the only thing is, because obviously hindsights are always 20/20, like your commandos being able to outflank was awesome, but because you hadn't pushed aggressively, they were kind of left stranded there for a turn.
Yeah.
So if you were up forward a little more with that Avery, knowing I couldn't hurt it, the commandos may have survived. I don't. Hindsight and all that, but it's tough. I was
stuck because moving the Avery would have meant that I'd get that -1 penalty to shoot with it.
Right.
And I didn't want that because it's already one shot with the petard mortar.
Yeah, and it's you need that thing to hit because it's devastating. So.
Right. So I was happier just getting it in position where it could shoot at something and possibly hit, and that worked out for me.
Yep.
But
agreed.
I will definitely have that Avery in more lists from now on.
I think, and that's the other thing, is one of my thoughts too, and especially when it comes to vehicles, is you're going to see 2 different swings now, right? You're either going to see very beefy, heavy veteran tank, like someone taking one and then taking smaller vehicles like you did to fill that slot, because a point sink, you can't take 3 big tanks or 2 big tanks because that's the minimum. or you're going to see a lot of smaller tanks because you can fit them into a list better.
Yeah, armored cars, I think you'll probably see more armored cars, a lot of them.
I know, yeah, because I know that was everyone's things, like, oh, with the new list building, like, you're either going to see 0 or 2 tanks, and it's going to be difficult for people, but you can still take your 1 tank and 1 armored car, just like in the old way you used to be able to. It's just a different format of taking it now.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
and
good
I think
thoughts.
vehicle-mounted machine guns are not quite as effective as they were in the previous edition because they got halved.
Yeah.
But that petard mortar, that 4-inch HE, that was a lot of fun.
Like, I know their point of that was because they were a lot of people complaining about, like, the DACA Stewarts and the Panzer III and all that. The problem is, with their new rule set, I don't think it fixed those tanks enough, and it penalized every other tank.
Yeah, kind of.
Because, like, my T-26 for my finish is just 2 medium machine gun turrets. Well, why am I going to take that tank now when it only fires, 6 shots? Because everything's halved. Like, it's not worth it anymore.
And I still think that pintle-mounted machine guns should not have had a penalty to them in terms of number of shots, because I understand their philosophy was that in a vehicle, the guy firing that machine gun is probably doing something else at the same time.
Yes.
He's either a loader or he's a commander or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're firing a pintle-mounted gun, you're on top of the vehicle, and you're not doing anything else but focusing on.
You were dedicated on support.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of times, the pintle was used. Yes, their thing is like it doesn't have the shots for anti-air because that was one of its primaries. The other primary was keeping infantry off of the vehicle. So he was focused, eyes front and on a swivel, to be able to put down good defensive fire. Like you said, I get between the vehicle slits and like the guy inside is just hand on a trigger, just spraying, praying. But yeah, the whole thing on a pintle, I think, definitely could have been done a little bit better. So, I mean, again, we're still pretty new in a version 3. There are some things that I really like, but there are some things that I think they could have done better, having 8 years to redo a rule set. But we'll see. We got our first tournament hopefully coming up in April. We'll see how I can bend this into it.
I guess one other thing I would add is Justin had no vehicles on the table at all. It's viable to have a list with no vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got, you could just work it. So, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching and tolerating us. I know we probably maybe got a few things wrong without it, or throughout the scenario, but it was a fun game. Please do the obligatory like, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. Let us know what you would like to see. Obviously, we play a bunch of different game systems, but specifically anything in bolt action that you want to see played out, type of forces. Version 3 lends to a lot of creativity now when it comes to the platoons. So,
and hopefully next time we'll play in a warmer room.
Yeah. Maybe a colder climate, but a warmer room. Maybe I'll break out the winter fins.
We'll see.
All right. But yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody, and happy gaming.